Hello, everybody, and welcome to eDIOCRACY, the show in which a bunch of idiots that have no clue in what the heck they are doing sit down and save the world. Once again, I'm joined by the boys.
Hello.
Yeah.
And today,
Hello.
we are here back on the path to Supernova, where the party is making their way deep into the dungeon of Odin. Being on a floor that they have no clue what they're on at this point, they are now making their way to try to find the Aces, which was agreed to be just outside of the boss room of the stone golem?
Floor we're on.
Or the floor you're on.
Oh,
So confused.
Yes, I think.
This is why I need it.
Yes, see?
Honey, you're good.
So they met you. Wait, they were meeting you on the floor.
Do we need a quick recap?
That's on the floor, yes.
On at the end of this floor.
I think
as
so,
far as we know.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to skip the boss fight for one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, because they went one way. Because they wanted to look for the other people to see if they were still there.
God.
And see if they needed help. And they said, you guys can do what you want. But if you guys come with us, it might have problems.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
But we still have problems.
the party,
Yeah, that's right.
making their way deeper into the dungeon, found themselves face to face with some stone golems and a stone giant, but the stone giant took a couple stone golems out, so honestly, good for him. And so, as they fight some stone golems, unfortunately during all of that, they did find themselves in a very troubling situation, as with a one very powerful swing, their friend Minara was lost inside the dungeon. And so, what the fuck is this music? That is not what I chose.
The happiest music ever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull this over here. What was that?
You could say Minara got stoned.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, no, she got I guess you could say she got stoned to death. Okay.
She got rocked.
Dear Lord.
420s in 2 days. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
recap.
with the death of their friend Minara, Ito now carrying her body into the dungeon until they could find a way to bury her, and Gel carrying the unconscious Novo. Novo, yeah, no, you know what? The S isn't there because he's unconscious.
He needs to earn the S.
Yeah.
Johnny, are you good today?
No.
Do you need help?
He's having a strong.
I'm having a stroke.
You stomped the high today.
Oh, there. Let me pat your head.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's gonna help us strong.
I don't think it-
There.
And so, as
Flip the lights on really
as
fast.
Gel is carrying Novo
No.
through the dungeon as well, we come back to the party making their way down the cave to, in hopes, meet up with the Aces at the end of the level. And all of them start making their way down, kind of in silence, after having a huge argument just beforehand. Ito is currently leading all of them in front, seems to be completely done with the whole thing, and Fidget just kind of seems to be somewhat in the back, just kind of walking, kind of with her head down. The rest of the party trying to make sense of everything. And just thinking back a little bit on everything that just happened.
So how's Emmy doing on examining the golem?
Ah, yes, that is true. Oh, you were gonna have to spend a whole hour for that. Huh. So, well, Timmy, looks like you're gonna be waiting a while. So the party, after about 20 minutes of walking kind of in silence, Fidget kind of just pipes up a little bit and just goes, so we're still going to go meet everybody at the boss room, right?
Yep.
What are
I
we
mean,
what
we're
are we gonna
supposed
tell
to, but I
them?
feel defeated right now.
We're all right there with you. I don't know what we're going to tell them. The dungeon took one of our people.
We'll explain the
Is that it?
situation.
Well, yes, obviously, we will, but, I'm like kind of terrified. I'm like, oh, Bruce is not going to be happy about this.
I mean, there's nothing we could have really done, right?
No.
Everything just went so fast.
Yeah. But, we're just going to have to keep moving.
And so you walk for a few more minutes, and as soon as 30 minutes pass, 30 minutes since the whole incident, you all turn. You find a little cave that, it's just a little kind of like, I guess, huge hole in the wall, pretty much. Nothing too crazy, but it can offer some sort of way to rest for a bit if you so wish to. You can, choose to rest here just for some time and get yourself a short rest, or you can take more of kind of like a longer rest if you think you need that as well. So the only thing that you just have to keep in mind is just the amount of time that the aces might be waiting on you. So I believe they told you guys that they would wait like no more than like 24 hours, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24 hours, and I believe it was also mentioned that would be when the next change was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the next possible change. So it's not always guaranteed.
Yeah.
So
I'm okay with just a short rest, but if anybody else wants to take a long rest, we can absolutely do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty much full life right now with some temp point. I know that if I go to sleep, my temp points are gone.
Yeah, same.
So I'm not gonna take the short rest. Instead, I'm gonna steal Novos's chicken, and I'm gonna num.
I'm not gonna say anything about that. He deserves it.
I haven't ate anything since the very beginning of this trip. I need to eat. This cougar is hungry.
Oh, girl, you must be like starving, dude. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
your temporary hit points they'll stay on through a short rest. They just won't stay for a like long rest.
It's a long rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I still wanna num some of the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
I could like num the chicken and then take a short rest, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to.
All right. Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Everybody.
I guess if we're taking a short rest, Gel's gonna set Novos down and then start taking a short rest himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ito and Fidget, of course, joins, and Ito kind of rests Minara down. Sets her down gently over to the side, kind of away from any entrances or anything, in case of course, something sneaks up on you. And you'll start to take a rest. Cougar swipes some chicken off of Novos's body and starts to nom on it a bit. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, dang, I should have told you to, like, let me cook it or something. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would have saved you.
I mean, I already knew it was a thing that it was coming, so
Yeah, it's fair.
we're good. Not 20.
Yo!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, as you eat the chicken, you actually find that although you notice it looks a little pink, it seems to actually taste a little better than most of the chicken that you eat. And so you just continue to just keep eating it down to the last little bit, down to the bone.
Yum, tasty.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got lucky with my healing dice that I used.
Gosh, a nat 20 on raw
I
chicken?
used one of my barbarian dice and then one of my rogue dice.
Out of all
for
the
healing.
things, it's so crazy.
Like, dang.
And so, how long are you planning on taking the short rest?
Well,
You-
depending on the rest of the team, I guess.
How
we
long
need
is
to
a short
calculate-
rest? That's
You
like
have
at least
it-
4 hours, right?
Well, a short rest is anywhere from 1 to 4 hours.
Oh.
So assuming that I take about like 30 minutes eating the chicken, let's say.
Do you just want to wait till Novos wakes up, kind of thing?
I guess like I'll take the short rest until everybody wakes up.
Okay.
You mean until just Novos wakes up?
Oh, because you
That
guys
was
don't
a
get a
draw,
short
huh?
rest either? Okay, well, until Novos wakes up, I guess, yeah.
Also, Noah still hasn't ruled for how long he's out.
I rolled for him. He was out for
Okay.
2 hours.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So about an hour and a half is what
Yeah.
we're resting then.
I do have a question real quick for short
Mhm.
rests. So
You don't take
am I
one.
taking? I don't take one.
You're knocked out.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
okay, so
yeah.
that doesn't count as the short rest.
Unfortunately not.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. It's basically like once you wake up. So they would have to stay there for another 30 minutes after because basically, no, they would have to be
We'd
there
have to stay there for at least an hour extra.
an
Gotcha,
hour
okay.
extra for you to get your short rest.
Gotcha.
So, because when you're unconscious due to like low hit points or whatever, you don't get a short rest. So, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, cool.
So, y'all kind of rest there for a bit and everything. While y'all are resting, scoop. Let's head over back to Timmy.
Timmy, I guess I'm just tinkering around with the golem.
So, Timmy, as you're going through with the golem and everything, you're attempting to find out your whole. You're trying to find out the inner workings and everything. Now, something I believe we did last time is you already rolled your check. I think we did that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Yes. Okay. And so, as you're kind of like, as you're kind of sitting there and studying it for a while, at the end of the hour, it's been an hour since they've left. You go through and you end up finding yourself kind of a little intrigued by the inner workings of this. It seems that the core itself is something that almost seems like is naturally made. You kind of assume that the core has something to do with the dungeon itself, where it's almost like not necessarily like, I guess you could say a normal soul or whatever, but it seems like some type of soul magic is kind of being used to put this stuff inside of like a special kind of like gem. Something similar to what you would find like kind of like in a pearl or like a ruby or something, like a normal gem. But like it seems that this itself seems to be a gem that's very good at just storing magic. And it seems that when it does this, it's almost like there was a magical command that was put into it to maybe cause things around it to interact with it, almost forming some type of I guess you could say shield for it. And in return, you kind of assume that maybe that with this thing kind of evolving over time, attempting to better protect the cores inside of this, it's almost gotten to the point where it started to move itself. And you even notice that there's a little bit of a link almost where the magic seems to point in a specific direction that seems to be from what you can assume a more powerful magic source that's deeper into the dungeon. As for the uses of trying to animate it yourself, you get a little bit of an assumption that there might be a possibility of doing it, but probably only if you're in the dungeon, as it seems the magic seems to come from the dungeon itself and not from like an artificial source. Like it's a little more natural.
I see. I guess I'll write this my findings down, and I realized that I was tinkering for too long and try to get back to the group.
Mm-hmm. So, you make your way down the cave, and you hear a random sneeze in the distance after a bit of walking, and it leads you to, about 30 minutes past, of course, of walking, and you find the party all kind of just sitting there, like in this little entrance off to the side. And as you arrive, of course, everybody's slightly on edge because they hear footsteps and everything. But as soon as you appear, the whole party sees you. You find, Ito and Fidget off to the side. Fidget sitting there trying to tinker and mess with her gun a little bit. Not seeming too lively about it, just kind of lazily just messing with it for the sake of doing something. Ito seems to be a little lost in thought, and some of the rest of the party members. Novos is let's see, Novos is still unconscious. Gel's kind of chilling. Solaris is resting, and the rest of them just still seeming somewhat out of it, but just trying to enjoy what little bit of rest they can.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go see what Fidget does. Or yawn.
So you walk over to Fidget, and you see her. She's got her flintlock, and she's almost like taking a stick and kind of poking the side of it. You're not really sure if she's actually trying to tinker with it, or if it's more the fact that she's just kind of, I guess, cleaning a little gunk out or something like that, just for the sake of, she's maybe feeling down. But like as she's cleaning the gun and everything, she does notice you kind of step up. She gives a little glance at you, but then she just kind of looks back down at the gun and doesn't say anything.
So, I'm wondering is how you holding up both?
Could be better.
It is rough on the youth when they see that.
Yeah. It just sucks. There's nothing I could do about it. Even having this, and she kind of gestures towards her gun, and she just goes, still wasn't enough.
Don't beat yourself up too much. Timmy will help share first. And I guess I'll go take a rest. Maybe just sit down for a few minutes.
So you sit down and start to rest, and about 30 minutes into your rest, Novos finally starts to wake up, feeling a little groggy, and has this like weird, has a throbbing sensation in the back of his head. Novos slowly starts to wake up, and everyone starts to notice it a little bit, but everyone's kind of on edge whether they even want to say anything to him or if they're just going to, and whether they want to just let him just wake up and, figure things out on his own, or if anybody feels like telling him.
Oh, gosh. I'm gonna turn to my team
Nom nom
and
nom.
Hey guys. While I was out, I had a kind of a revelation. I need to have a heart-to-heart with you guys. I don't think I'm fit to lead, at least by myself. I left my family because I wasn't fit to lead the kingdom. And I don't think I'm fit to lead you guys, at least by myself. And, Cougar, I want to apologize to you. I'm supposed to be your leader, and I haven't been treating you like you're even part of the team. And, as that's despicable. Like, I don't know what's gotten into me, and, I don't know where I'm going. I wanted to join this endeavor as a relief from my royal duties, but I don't know. It's rough. I cost someone's life.
I give you a thumbs up and I keep numbing on your chicken.
Thank you, Cougar. I appreciate that.
Really good chicken. Very good.
I don't have the overlay. I don't know what the character's name is.
Really help that I'm eating in real life,
Yeah. Just the order is only gonna check. I don't remember what your character's name is.
Really good chicken. So good.
It's out of character, because Novos knows the character's name.
It's well,
Brandon.
I just turned the webcam on, but like you can also look at Frost stream and see. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got the web. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, back into character. Anyway, Solaris, honestly, you've been nothing but good to help this team, and I want to offer you the position of co-captain.
For now, I will say yes, but I feel like I haven't been my best around you either. The lashing out, that's usually not how I roll and how I do things. I try to keep myself more patient. I got stuff I gotta work on too, but I will accept the position. I'm gonna try to help you to become, the leader you need to be.
I think that's honestly fantastic, because it's trying to live up to my family's name it feels impossible, and I just need it needs some help sometimes, and I think this is a great opportunity to get some help.
Yeah, I understand. We all have our moments of feeling inadequate with how we're doing and all that, and with the kingdom, I can't imagine it because I have a name to live up to myself. But yeah, I. Why do you think I'm here? I didn't want to rule anything myself, so I
Yeah,
decided to do this.
we got a
Take up the
group,
job.
we got a
of the
group of
king.
6, and we can start small. We can start small, and maybe do something, and hopefully with your help we can avoid more team members' deaths.
Yeah.
I'm
What
gonna miss
what
her.
happened to Monara wasn't just your fault. That it was
I
a little bit on
mean,
everybody.
I don't believe that what happened to Minara was a lack of leadership. I think it was just bad luck, really. Like I said, everything went so quickly.
You're right.
I didn't really have time to react to it.
hmm It was a series of very unfortunate events.
Thank you, Frost. You saying that takes a little bit of weight off my shoulders, because I couldn't help but feel responsible.
Yeah.
Then I just stay quiet. I leave it there.
Yeah. But no, you weren't entirely responsible. She made her decision, and the rock golem just decided to do what it does. It's very unfortunate.
What I will say is, together we will find out who or what is causing those rock golems to be. I mean, is that normal?
I mean, this is a mega dungeon. Everything in here is trying to kill you. There's nothing really to figure out. I feel like the people that have, dug out and made the dungeon the way it is today probably have already figured it out and have charted it
Yeah.
to the point.
The aces did warn us too, so we
They did.
already knew about the danger ahead.
And
Yeah,
she was
that's very true.
she was willing to accept that fate, as we all are right now. So sometimes
Hopefully,
in life that happens, my friend.
if anything, this just makes us stronger, and
Yeah.
we can face things, full force,
Mhm.
side by side.
Yeah, I agree.
Side note, my head really hurts. Would you be able to heal me a little bit?
Sure. I look in like a panic. And I'm like, oh god! I just realized I'm gonna be the main healer now. This is not gonna be fun for me.
Everything all right, buddy?
Yeah, no, that's okay. Give me a sec. Let me make sure I have some. Let me make sure I have any. Do I have any lay on hands left? Yes, I do. Come here. I'm gonna like put my hand like gently on the back of his head, and I don't know how many hit points do you need?
I have 1 out of my 42.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got knocked the shit out of. Okay.
My head hurts.
I'm actually gonna do something else. Hang on. Let me find it. Where was that? Alright, I'm gonna use my healing hands. I'm gonna still touch the back of your head, and you'll get 3d4 hit points
Okay,
for now. And then I guess, do I need to roll it, or
I think so.
okay, I'll roll it real quick. Seven.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. I'm trying not to use my lay on hands right now, just because, in case we get into another fight or anything.
Yeah.
Here,
Hopefully
I'll use a cure wounds on you as well. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, could
7
take a short
plus-
rest. I'm just saying. Instead of using your long rest stuff, you could take a short rest.
Huh?
You just sit there for another hour and you'll take a short rest. He'll heal automatically.
Oh yeah.
Instead of using all your
yeah, take a
long
short
rest
and then
spell
I'll heal you the rest
slots.
of the way.
Yeah, I didn't
Must have been
see
the wind.
you. You didn't cast anything, but you put your hand on my head, and so we're just gonna go ahead and take a short rest here.
Yeah, take a short rest.
He just
Yeah,
like
it's fine with me,
tenderly. He tenderly put his hand on your face, and that was it.
Yeah, just good Novos.
I
Like, there, you just
"Oh,
need to
no,
sleep.
my face.
He put his hand over your eyes and just slowly, like, moved it downward, just like, sleep.
Go to sleep.
sleep."
He's gonna sing you a little lullaby.
Good night,
Novos
my
appreciates that. Justin, for realism, can you actually sing me? No, I'm just playing.
I can't
He
think of
wants
any
the
non-copyright
immersion.
song. No,
Give me that immersion.
I'm gonna start singing Nookie by Limp Bizkit. I did it all for the. I'm not gonna say it.
me?
No, but it's just,
actually sing to him? My immersion is now broken.
Go to sleep, my Novos. We need
Just
you
go
to
to
sleep
sleep right now.
lovers. Come back to us with your strength, so we can murder some more. There you go.
Novos is just gonna pass out and like not enough to do his 1 damage, but he's gonna hit his head on that rock falling back down.
Now I have the back of your head. I'm not really.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
Wow, that was good singing.
Okay. So, y'all kind of sit there and take a rest for another hour. So, if you want to use hit points and stuff like that, this is your short rest.
Should I bring it back to 1 health and then use the short rest stuff?
If he's not going to actually use spell slots, then
Yeah, I'm not going to. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not using my long rest stuff
Yeah,
either.
just bring it to 1 health and do it from there.
How do the hit dice work for the short rest?
You go through. So on you'll see how many hit dice you have and everything on D&D
Yeah.
Beyond when you take short rest. But you choose the amount, so you like check the amount you want to do it. You roll the amount that you want to heal for.
Okay.
So you get to choose the number. You could do all of them right now if you really wanted.
Does that have any negative effects?
That means if you take a short rest later, you can't use them to heal later.
Okay, so I should probably do.
But if you take a long rest, you get them all back. So
So are we
I'll
taking
just leave
2
one.
separate short rests, or are we taking?
it's technically 2 separate short. Well, no, I don't think it allows for that really.
Okay.
So
I mean, I
technically
think-
not.
I think you could go to sleep and we just stay up, I guess.
Yeah, this would pretty much be the same as this would be kind of the same action of the short rest for the rest of you, but for Novos, because this would be for Novos and Timmy, because Timmy also hasn't been able to take a short rest yet.
I was just asking because I regain a use of rage on a short rest.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, this is like the
I
same.
was asking
short
for a
rest.
rage.
Yeah.
So.
Got it. You get that on a short rest? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the way they changed it is instead of it just being on long rest, it's you regain a single use on a short rest now.
Oh, okay.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
So it gives you a little bit more leeway with your rage.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, no, this would be the same short rest, but this is like the first one for Timmy and Novos. Because Timmy hasn't gotten the full short rest benefits yet. So, all right. So, you go through, take your short rest. And after you're there for about an hour, eventually, Ito and Fidget seem to be a little bit more rested, and Fidget seems to be down still, but seems to at least be a little better. So she kind of gets up and starts kind of pacing, but not necessarily pacing. More of it's not pacing because there's something wrong, but more of just kind of pacing for the sake of doing something, because y'all have been kind of sitting there for a while. And as you're kind of sitting in the cave, it seems pretty quiet for a while. But who's got the? I really needed to get this beforehand. Who's got the highest passive perception?
I got a 14.
Let's see.
I
I've
got
got a
17. I got 17.
Does anybody have better than a 17? Okay, no, cool. Okay, so Cougar, you notice as you're sitting there, you can faintly hear like some sort of footsteps coming down the hallway, but it doesn't seem like it's one. Like it sounds like a good probably 8 to 10 people at least, kind of just like moving up the hallway towards you guys. But you're expecting them to take a few minutes before they get there.
Were we expecting someone like the Aces to join back or something?
Not
or,
at,
like,
not at
anybody?
your current position. You're expecting to meet the Aces at the end of the level, right outside of a boss room.
Okay. Am I sure that those footsteps are like people and not monsters?
You are not 100% sure. From what you could tell, they sound like normal footsteps, like actual flesh footsteps, and not like rock golems. But, you know, you never know what it can be in the dungeon.
All right. I'm gonna sneak around the. I guess we're having a camp, right? We got a camp.
Yeah,
gonna
you
sneak
got a little
around.
camp in the wall. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna sneak around the camp, trying to wake up a little bit. Everybody just being like, "Hey, hey, I'm hearing something coming up here."
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Or I'm
heard somebody?
Sloppy Joe.
You heard somebody?
I'm hearing something coming up here.
Do you think it's people or monsters?
I'm not quite sure. It does sound like people, but at the same time, I mean, we're not expecting anyone. The Aces are
Well-
supposed to meet us at the end, not here.
Well, that's only if the path that they took wasn't a dead end.
That is true, but better be safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, I think we should hide, or at least get out of here and before it's too late, because we're already not doing so well.
Is there any place around us where we can hide, or it's just we're straight up in plain sight?
You could probably pack up and hide. Like, you probably pack up all your things quickly and hide behind like the little walls, because it's like it's basically a little tiny entrance that leads into a bigger area that's like a hole in the wall, but it is pretty open in there, so it's not like you can really just hide the whole camp unless you pack everything up, get it on your persons, and then just like hide toward the edges.
Do I have the knowledge to like? Do I know if we're gonna have time to pack everything and hide, or is it just
The chances of doing that without making too much noise with them coming up the hallway is very slim. Possible, but very slim.
Could I use my stealth to do it while the others leave and hide?
It's a lot. I mean, it's going to be a lot, because I mean, there's multiple tents, you know, that you've got set up. You know, like y'all went on straight for like you went for a short rest to actually relax and everything. So everybody unpacked for the time being.
Can we just make it look like we've gone out instead of like trying to pack everything up? Basically, we just hide and turn out the fire.
You could.
And if that's where we're at our camp, we can just,
Yeah, just be like, oh well, there's someone's camping here, but they don't know if we're there or not.
right.
Okay, I think we should do something like that. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, I
Alright.
agree.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. Only thing we'd have to do is look out to make sure it's not someone stealing our stuff, but yeah.
So
Right.
Well, I
so
mean,
you're
if
going to
we
be hiding
do-
kind of in this cave. Are you going to be hiding along the walls and everything? Because if they walk in, they're pretty much going to see you.
Yeah,
Unless you
the
plan to
normal-
hide within the camp and try to like, hide under blankets and stuff like that without people spotting.
That's the Lars was not
That's a
finding
great
it.
idea, actually. Yeah, hiding and stuff like that.
So yeah, how do y'all want to do about this? Because keep in mind, the little hole in the wall itself is just an open hole, and with your stuff.
So there's
in it.
absolutely nothing else that
There's
we can use
n-
other than.
Other than
our stuff,
hoping they
basically?
don't walk in the doorway. You can either hide within the contents of your camp itself, or you can hope that they don't walk into like from the outside looking in. You could hide along the edges of the walls because it does open some. But if anybody walks in, it's going to be pretty much obvious that they see you.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide to the wall, but I'm gonna get myself ready to attack if it's an enemy. To do like a sneak attack or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Solaris, you wanna get ready for an attack?
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna do
hide?
the exact thing Frost has done.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, same thing.
I guess Gel is going to like wait in a tent, just in case, you know.
Big Gel just come bursting out of tent. Ah!
Look, if you've never been scared off by like a man with a chainsaw coming out of a tent, are you really living life?
Yeah. All right. So all of you are going to hide within the contents of your camp, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And get ready for a battle if need be.
okay.
Mhm.
So, I need all of you to please roll for stealth.
Right. Got a 16.
Ooh, 19, 20. I got a 21.
Whoa!
There's my stealth. I got an 11, but I'm trying to find my stealth here. +7, so I got an 18.
Oh no, Timmy.
What did Timmy
I
roll?
got a 10.
Timmy's gonna get
Got a
bum
10.
rush. Timmy's cooked.
Not on my watch.
So okay, cool. So the lowest was Timmy, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what he had.
He said he rolled a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all kind of go in, you hide and everything, and as you're starting to hide, you hear footsteps coming up. You can almost at this point hear the whispers as they start to make their way up. It seems that they're trying to talk back and forth and everything, and as they make their way up, you can kind of almost make out a little bit of a conversation as they're walking up. They seem to be kind of normally just walking. It doesn't seem like they're really trying to be that sneaky or anything. They just seem to be what you can assume a group of people, just kind of making their way through the cave itself. And as they kind of appear, you hear one of them just go, "Or, boss, there's seems to be a camp here," and you can assume that, of course, they start looking in a little bit and peeking their heads in. You can hear them pretty much right on the edge of the entranceway. Huh. Does seem to be some type of camp here. Yeah. I think we should.
I kind of panic and I try to mimic one Bruce's voice.
Okay, roll for performance.
Seven. No.
Okay, give me your performance.
No one's here. Let's go somewhere else.
And you kind of hear a bit of silence, and then one of them just goes, you all hear a little bit of a whisper, and just goes, "Hey, let's send one in." And as basically it's let's send, he says let's send one in, and then you hear another one's just you hear one of them just "What, me? No, what? No, that's fine." And so you hear footsteps slowly making their way in, looking around and everything, And as they're kind of in there looking around, comes over, and what seems to be like the edge of a spearhead essentially just kind of pokes each and everyone's like sleeping bag just slightly, not enough to pierce or anything, but kind of like, just like, is it dead? Is there anything in it? And walks over to Timmy's sleeping bag, and he pokes it, and Timmy's foot slightly moves, and he goes, either that's a snake or someone's in there. And he brings the spear like right at Timmy's neck, like right where Timmy's neck would be in the sleeping bag, and goes, any sudden moves, and I'm gonna put this spear in your throat. Who are you?
Hi,
I-
I'm Timmy.
I decide to be reckless and protect Timmy, so I'm gonna remove myself from a hiding spot, and I'm gonna put my dagger to the person's throat.
Okay, cool. Give me a dexterity check.
All right. Oh, that's gonna be high, my friend. Dex +4, right? Check. Because yes, I just rolled 16.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, 20.
Okay. So you get the dagger up to his throat, and you can see the others at the entrance, of course, freak out, and everybody starts like pulling out weapons and everything. And he just kind of sits there. His spear. He looks really surprised and kind of in fear, but still has a spear at Timmy's throat. It just goes, who are you? And you
I
notice that it's
whisper
just a
into-
goblin just kind of sitting there.
I
Like-
whisper into his ear. Who are you? What do you want? Any sudden move, and you're dead.
Yes.
Boss!
Answer me!
And you see what seems to be an elf. It seems to be like a brown hair, a brown-haired elf, kind of like he has his head poked in and everything, and he just goes, if you would like to keep your life, you might want to step away from the goblin. As you see the rest of them have their bows drawn, mages have spells prepared and everything, like just outside the entrance.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna laugh.
I'm gonna pop out.
No, don't!
Yeah. Oh yeah, hold on. We're with the Guild of Hestia. Our party is named Yes. We're not a threat, but we're looking to calm things down a little bit. I am
Lord,
the captain,
no.
and then I'm gonna be like, this is my co-captain Solaris.
Novos, you dumbass.
And
I'm gonna act like I'm waking up and be like, well, good morning to all of you too.
their leader, the one that seems to be the leader, the elf, kind of he kind of like elbows slightly in the side of one of the mages. The mage starts to walk up, and you see like it seems to be a human, but you notice that her skin and everything seems really dried up and everything, and her it's almost like you can see just the outlines of her bones as she walks up. And as she walks up to you, kind of using her staff to help her walk, she comes over and she walks over to Novos, and she just kind of sits there and starts inspecting his face, and then she reaches up and just kind of touches the side of his cheek, and she just kind of gives a slight glance toward the elf, and just kind of gives a slight little nod, and he just goes, oh gosh, okay, okay, then it seems like y'all are real people. Oh, that's good. Sorry, we've had a few few run-ins lately of a few things, and we got to be on edge most of the time. And you go, okay, y'all can stand down, guys. They're just adventurers, and so they slowly start putting their weapons down and everything, and the goblin's standing there just kind of in fear still, and he's just like, look, man, you can put your spear down, or you can get your throat slit, because I don't think they're gonna put their weapon down. And the goblin just drops the spear. Basically the spear, like when it drops, it slightly like taps Timmy in the neck, but like, doesn't cause any damage or anything, doesn't scratch him, just kind of drops the spear, just like kind of in fear. You can see his hand shaking.
I do a
my
cough.
my dagger is still on his throat. I'm just gonna look at Novos to have like a confirmation of, do I disengage or do I do something?
I'm gonna like a disengaging nod and be like, it's fine.
Alright, I'll put it away gently.
Sorry about that. Yeah. And the guy, the guy kind of walks in. He goes, well, or I guess introductions are kind of in due. So the name is Darren. I am this party's leader. So, and we actually come from the Guild of Dorn. So it's a pleasure to meet all of you. Sorry about the little bit of I guess you could say intrusion. We found a random camp, and typically camps mean one of two things: either somebody's camping down here to ambush somebody, or it means that the dungeon is cooking up another trap. So
Makes sense.
That's pretty fair.
We are the party of yes. Don't ask any. I don't feel like explaining it right now. I am Novos.
God.
Our one of the captains, and then our other captain here, we're co-captains, is Solaris. This is our the one with the knife is Cougar. She's our fantastic rogue, right? Not rogue.
Yeah, rogue.
yeah, bro.
Rogue. Yeah, rogue.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
a nasty.
She's our fantastic rogue. And we're just a little bit on edge because we recently lost a teammate, so we're not in the best of shape right now.
Yeah, no, we know that too well. And you actually see behind him is a Goliath actually carrying what seems to be a body on his shoulder, just outside the entrance. And he goes, "Yeah, we've lost a couple on the way as well."
Well, we are sorry for your loss. That is, it's never a good thing.
So we're just heading back up to go bury our friend somewhere. Are y'all heading up or are y'all heading down?
We were planning on going down. Further, we have a mission of our own to complete. So,
well, if you, if you had if you've got, you said you have a friend that, just passed. If you still want their body buried, we can take it up for you if you want.
That'd be fantastic.
I would also like to cover the fee for an altar for her.
I was gonna give him my spear and just be like, "Here, can you use this as a marker?"
Spear? Spear? No. She deserves better.
Well, I mean, I wanted to put it there too. Just so I know where it's at.
You can add it on, I guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and toss a coin for the Witcher. No.
But Novos,
Yeah,
you
we
are
can,
the witch.
we can.
Yeah, I
we
tossed
can
it to
do that.
myself. No, I'm kidding.
I don't have any money. That's why I'm giving I'm giving the board.
But,
I'm gonna give him 5 gold coins to help.
Let me check how much money I have. Oh, I have a lot of gold. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna give like 150 gold piece for an altar for Minara.
Okay.
Yeah, I want it big. I want it like massive and awesome.
Minara has a tear going down her face. It's from the grave. She's just, her spirit's watching. It's a little tear. I'm sorry, that was just sweet.
All good.
That's so nice of you, Frost. Or sorry, Cougar. that's so nice of you, Cougar.
Frost? I
I
mean,
wish I could.
Frost is my mother, but I didn't know you knew her.
Oh my god.
The royal line has many connections.
Oh, I see.
You've got the royalty of chicken and then the royalty of brothels.
Our pocket chicken knows no bounds. It's actually a family recipe.
His family's been dealing with Cougar's family for so long. Where do you think you get all the chicken from the brothel? Like,
Why do you think Novos knows so many species of chicken?
species of chicken.
Sorry.
He's over there, he's over there, and he's like, "Have you had horse chicken before?" It's like, I don't think it's how it works.
Ever tried pig chicken?
Pig
You
chicken.
guys
What
just
the
don't know
hell?
about the good stuff. You know, it's crossbreeding.
I think he's talking about pork. No,
Oh,
it's pig
no.
chicken.
Pig chicken. Get you some pig chicken chops.
The pig chicken chop.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen our new vegan option, the impasta chicken?
So, Ito kind of stands up and he ends up kind of taking, he ends up kind of carrying Minara's body over. And he just goes, like, he kind of like goes to hand her off to him, and he just kind of turns over to Novos and just goes, I think I'm gonna go with him. As much as I want to continue and help you all out, I think this might be a little over our heads, and I don't think I can continue to go through this. I know I'm not ready, and honestly, I don't think any of us are. But I'm not going to stop you from going further. I just don't think that I can.
Do what your heart desires, Ito.
Yep, that is your decision, friend.
Please ensure that she has a proper altar for me.
Will do. And as he starts to kind of like, walk with, he goes to walk with the guy a little bit, and as the elf kind of turns over, he goes, he kind of turns for a second right at the entrance, and he just goes, if y'all are, if you're ever in the Guild of Dern, tell him you're looking for Darren, and come find me sometime. Maybe we can have a drink or two.
Thanks, Darren.
Darren and Dern. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then he kind of like looks over to the goblin, who's kind of like still. The goblin hasn't really moved. He's put his hands down to his side and everything, but he hasn't really moved. And he just goes. he just goes, "Hey, car, you can come on." He's like, okay. And he turns and he's like scurries over there very quickly. He's like, yeah, y'all have a safe travel in the dungeon. And
You as well.
as they turn to step out, you see popping out of one of Minara's pockets, you see something just kind of pop out and land on the ground, and you see Froswind kind of like looking around, and he looks forward to like the party and everything, and then he looks back and sees Ito like carrying Minara's body, and looking back and forth. He seems really confused. Almost like all of you can kind of assume that almost like he's trying to make a decision whether he should stay with the party or whether he should go with Minara.
I run to it and I grab him. You're mine now. And I just like slightly pet its head.
So, Cougar, can you please let Froswind make his own decisions, please?
No, mine.
Don't be selfish.
Froswind
Froswind,
is
are you okay with
absolutely
this?
terrified.
Oh no!
Like, this cat just ran up and grabbed a bird and just creepily went, "You're mine now." Yes, I did roll for it. He rolled a nat 1. He is terrified.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
I'm talking
hey.
about to the point where he is like pecking her hands and everything.
Hey,
I keep petting it like, there, I won't hurt you. Little one,
No.
don't worry. You're mine.
Nah,
do you wanna put him down a little bit and see what he wants to do?
No.
Cougar, please. Minara would not want this.
I mean, I've decided to protect him from Minara. He's mine.
But look at his little face. He looks pretty terrified.
Got used to me. It's okay.
Cougar, I need you to give me an athletics, please.
My poor baby. He's so scared.
Where is it? 13.
Yeah, he rolled really low. So, yeah, she's got like a fine grip on him, and but he is like, just sitting there pecking the crap out of her hands.
I'm still petting it, trying to like calm it down.
I'm gonna pull some chicken out of my hat, and I'm gonna go ahead and.
It's a bird!
Alright.
You're like basically showing the bird, hey, by the way, if you don't behave, we're gonna cook you and eat you.
Cannibalism in the bird kingdom is normal, okay?
I mean, look, I did say earlier, off of this,
Different
I wanted
species
to
of
cook it.
bird.
Jeez!
Different species of bird, it's fine.
Still a bird!
What did
Owls.
I leave Froswind to? What is this fate?
I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Froswind, like,
calm it down.
yeah. Go ahead and roll an animal handling.
Okay. Where? I only have +1. Oh wow. 13 + 1, so 14.
Okay. So, you go to calm him down. He slightly calms down a little bit, but you do notice that he does seem to want to not be near you. And he keeps you notice that he keeps looking over toward like Solaris.
Yeah. I'm like, here, let him go. Please. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. I'm just let the bird make its own decisions.
Fine, I just wanted to take care of it to protect him for
I understand
Minara's
that, and I
sake.
appreciate that.
For Minara's sakes, you know, she meant so much to me. I let go of the bird.
So, as soon as you let go, Froswind falls like maybe 6 inches before catching himself and just basically bulleting over to Solaris, where he lands on Solaris's shoulder and just kind of like sits there.
I look at the bird and I'm like, don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you.
I whisper.
He
to
looks
Cougar.
back. He like you notice that like Froswind looks over toward towards Cougar. It just gives like an intense look. Just
What
like
is it,
almost
little
like
guy?
almost like you could just assume that like maybe there's some angry thoughts going from him to her.
I look at Frostwind and I say, listen, I just want to take care of you, but if you are that feisty with me, I might as well turn you into chicken.
I'm gonna look at Frost, or sorry, God. I'm like, chicken. I said, I'm gonna whisper. I said, we can find some better birds.
Oh, I know, but have you seen his death stare? I got a feeling that he might try to attack me, and I have no patience for this.
Hey, I got a frying pan if you need one.
Keep it on the ready just in case.
Okay, I got
I'm going to like put my hand over the bird and I'm gonna be like, "Listen, I said I was going to be nice. If either of you touch this bird,
I
bad
mean,
things will happen.
I wanted to protect it, but he
Well,
doesn't
if
want
you're
me
going to protect it, absolutely, that is perfectly fine. Just don't cook it.
seen its look?
Yeah, because you just manhandled it.
Cook it and pet it. What do you mean?
Okay, look, well, this you gotta earn the bird's trust. I don't know, okay? And I don't know how birds work. Yeah, I got wings. I don't know how birds work.
You like clearly see that I cannot comprehend why this bird is so mad at me, because in my head, I was really just trying to be nice and to comfort it and take care
Yeah.
of it. But it just went wrong because, yeah, I was a little bit too intense.
I think it's just cat
Okay.
prejudice, Cougar. Honestly.
Yeah, I think
that's all
maybe
it is.
it could just be primal,
That
bird, cat.
basically the other party that's standing there just kind of sees this whole thing going on, and they start to walk away. And Ito gets one last glance in, looking straight at Frostwind, and Frostwind kind of like looks back toward Minara's body one last time, and you notice that the even Frostwind, you can see seems to be like really hurt by this, as Ito starts to walk away around the corner, and the party moves out of sight.
It's gonna be like, you can go, Froswin. It's not. We're not gonna keep you here. If you want to go be with her, then that's
Frostwind,
all you, little buddy.
Frostwind kind of he like with one of his wings kind of taps your neck, and then you see him kind of like point with his beak over toward Fidget.
Yeah. Like he's gonna watch over Fidget.
A little bit. You get a little bit of an assumption that maybe he's watching over Fidget for her.
Yeah, like a tear's gonna kind of like stream down my eye. I'm just gonna be like, I got you. Well, don't worry, Cougar. I'm sure Frostwind will warm up more eventually.
Frostwind's giving a death stare again.
Yeah,
And so,
all right, everybody. I think we should pack up.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's get back on the road.
So, all of you start
Gil
packing
like
up
climbs
and
out of his
everything.
tent and just like, okay, cool. Gil has just been like in the tent the entire time.
They had no idea Gel even existed.
They didn't.
What did you roll, by the way, for your stealth?
28.
Oh yeah, no, they had
Wow,
no
yeah,
clue.
no.
You did not exist.
Didn't exist.
I guess
I
they
did not
I guess they
exist for that
assumed
entire scene.
yeah, I guess at that point they assumed that like Gel's tent was for the was like for like, you know, your basically Minara.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe that he was just gone on patrol or something.
so
Minara storage. That's terrible.
He rolled so high, his tent actually also disappeared.
Dang.
You know, there actually is a spell that's basically that. and it's actually a spell that I want to use at some point, but you know.
So, you all get your stuff packed. You're ready to go, and as you finish up packing, Fidget kind of, you see her sitting there with her gun. She's inspecting it one last time, and she is going to, let's see, what was it? As her little thing goes, where is it? Where is it? It's a thing. There is a thing. There's a thing.
There's a thing, all
There's a
right.
thing.
I don't
It's
know
a
where
thing.
the thing is. There's a thing.
Yeah, there's the thing.
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing. She kind of takes, she takes her gun and everything, and you see her. She kind of gets the whole thing ready, like she seems to load it, make sure that there's ammo in it, and then you see her kind of like raise one hand up as you see a couple pebbles fly up around her, and kind of like, basically she's casting the magic stone cantrip. Yeah. And as she does that, she just goes, okay. I think I'm ready. And we can't be stupid anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
Gil is just
Alright.
looking at Novos.
I'm gonna look around like he's not looking at me and like look for who he's looking for. This is entirely satirical, by the way.
I'm just gonna chuckle.
Yes, you're right. We all can't be stupid anymore. So
No, we need to make serious decisions and act as a group.
just give you like a nod, pretty much. Well, we're burning, and I look up to like the ceiling. I'm like, daylight. Yeah, daylight. We need to go ahead and run. We'll, go.
Wait, can we see daylight? Aren't we in a cave?
Yeah, we're in a cave. That's why I looked up to the ceiling.
Yeah, I think it was just like
daylight.
guessing as a
Yeah,
like daylight. I guess, kind of.
it's just like dead of night outside of the dungeon.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at him, look at the ceiling, and just daylight. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I said it sarcastically.
I whisper
yeah,
to you. I whisper to you. Just run with it.
Okay. Yeah, daylight. Let's go find those aces.
Just look back at you two, and I'm just like, it's a turn of phrase. It's a metaphor.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So,
Oh my goodness.
So, she's going to, as Fidget kind of like walks over, she's going to grab a stick. Like she's gonna kind of like grab a stick. Whether it's from Novos or from the ground, none of you have any clue. But she's gonna grab like a tiny stick that she finds, and you see her kind of infuse it with magic real quick. And she looks over at Frostwind and just goes, she goes, hey, Frostwind, can you, can you say something real quick? And you hear Frostwind kind of chirp a little bit, and she takes the stick and she goes, he chirps a little bit for a couple seconds, and then she goes, thanks. And, she takes it, kind of puts it away, and, basically, she goes, this thing, And I think I can allow this. I gotta check one more time. I believe this can be used multiple times. Yeah. So, she goes in, and you actually see her. She kind of just gives the stick a light tap, and the magic in it kind of reveals that it was a recorded message. So you'll hear basically Froswind's chirp through the stick, and she goes, "Not every moment we're going to have in this dungeon will be from will be one that we can talk. So if anything comes to it, we can use this as a signal."
Okay. That's a really good idea.
So as for what the signal should be, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought it would be a better idea than, if we're sneaking around, it's probably best to have a bird chirping rather than a bunch of people talking.
Yeah, no,
So
I agree with that.
we can use it for a series of things, but I'd say the best thing is maybe if we're like setting up for an attack or something, we can use it to signal to other people that, like we're in position and ready. Or if we get split up, we can use it as a way for people to come and find us. Just a lot better that way rather than going around screaming at each other.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Sounds good.
and so she puts the stick away. She puts it kind of in her pocket and just goes, "Well, it's probably best that we continue on. So, Novos, you ready?"
I guess as ready as we'll get.
And with that, you all start to head down the cave once more. And you walk for a bit. You're finding a little bit of scuffs and footsteps and things, what you could assume from the previous party that just walked through, as it does seem to be leading back up the cave you're heading down. And as you make your way down for a bit, you find yourselves coming to the point where the cave seems to be expanding. Like the actual thing seems to be like the tunnel's getting wider and everything, to the point where you actually find yourself kind of getting into what seems to be a cave big enough to match the one you fought those stone golems in before. There's a couple pillars holding the whole thing up, and random you see random rocks kind of sticking kind of out of the walls and from the ceiling, and it looks like a full-fledged cave. Nothing's smooth. It doesn't seem like there's been a lot of like dungeon mishaps here. Like, it just looks like a full-fledged cave. So I do want to point out who all has light, by the way. Like, who's currently got light on them.
I do.
I'm pretty sure I can cast it. I think it's one of my cantrips.
All right.
Yeah, I have as a cantrip too.
Yeah, we'll say that y'all are
Yeah.
casting light and everything, because
I mean, I have dark vision.
well, yeah,
but,
some people
Yeah,
have dark
do
vision
I.
stuff, but not everybody does.
Mm.
So we'll say that y'all are doing that because it's pretty dark down here at this point.
I know. I'm sorry. Possibly can't use our superior vision.
So
I have it too. So
Yeah, I also have dark vision.
but you make your way a little bit, and upon being in this cave for a while, you walk up, and you at the very end you start to see a kind of like a large you see like a large kind of like wooden door sitting there. One of which that you recognize, it seems to be kind of the near the end of the level. But as you start to walk toward it and everything, for some weird reason, you start to notice that the entire thing seems slightly off. And Solaris, you kind of recognize it a bit and realize that it doesn't seem like it's right.
Yeah.
PTSD. 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 Yeah, the door's a mimic.
Oh. I love he says, if it is a mimic, I'm gonna be mad because
Can I
we all know what happened
investigate
to
it?
Morgan.
Can I investigate it somehow?
Yeah, roll
Here, I'll back
investigation.
you up.
That was completely
Alright.
in character, by the way, too. That
Yeah,
was Novo's
roll
doing that.
investigation with advantage then, since he's backing you up.
Investigation. Where is it? +2. So I had 13 plus 2. It's 15.
Did you roll with advantage? Did you roll it like twice?
Oh, I didn't roll twice. Sorry.
Okay. No, you don't have to apologize. Just making sure.
Yeah, I'm taking. No, I'm
You
taking
gotta
the
get it,
second
you
one.
gotta make it.
I'm taking the second one. Not 20. I'm taking the second one.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Yeah, so you're looking at it. You notice that it's not necessarily a mimic. You actually, as you're looking at it, notice that it is actually some type of like almost like illusion magic.
Have you guys seen this before?
Guys,
So-
it's illusion.
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm not quite sure. Can I like put my hand to see if I can go like through it or something, or like what happens?
Yeah,
if
as
I-
you take your hand and kind of push it through, you realize that the vision itself seems to be like the vision seems to be perfectly, it looks like a perfect door. Like it tricks your mind into thinking that it's a real door, but as soon as you put your hand through it, it goes in about 6 inches before you touch the actual cave wall. And you actually find in the center of it seems to be one of those dungeon cores that seems to be kind of stuck in the wall right behind it. But you can't see it through the door, really. It's just that you could very faintly see it once you put your hand around that area. It kind of opens up around your hand just slightly so you could see that core.
I'm gonna do like a gesture of 1 minute. I'm gonna put my head through to like peek.
All right. Well, when you put your head into it, it looks like that your head is just in a door, and you basically press your face up against the wall. Like this thing is completely against the wall. So as you put your face up against it, you get your eye all the way up to like the edge of that core, and you can see kind of like a purplish pink core kind of sitting there, and it seems the magic in it's just, of course, intertwining and everything, almost like it's creating this illusion somehow.
There's a weird purplish core in here. What in the? Huh?
Should we blow it up?
No.
Yes. Let's
Uh-oh.
blow it up. Yes.
Guys,
Fidget kind of just elbows Timmy real quick and just goes, well, didn't you know anything about this?
Not exactly.
Didn't you stay back to look at that golem from before? Didn't it have one of these in it?
I'm gonna go
think
back
so,
to those
but
in the
this
meantime.
I think is different from the last. I have
Yeah, I'm
to examine it a bit.
I'm gonna go back to Novos in the meantime and just like elaborate a plan to blow that thing as effectively as possible.
Timmy, are you planning on going to investigate it?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Can I use called again? Can I use recall
Okay, doesn't that take
with invest?
that take an hour? Isn't that what you used last time? That took an hour?
No, I used the right tool for the job.
Oh, okay. So recall is
I
like
realize that I can't use this, so I'll just do regular
regular.
investigation.
Okay, got it.
I got 6.
You got a 6. So you go to investigate it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to. I mean, it seems to have a slightly different color. Doesn't seem to be that different from the other one that you saw, but you're not 100% sure if it's safe to take this out of the wall, or like part of you wants to try to take it out of the wall for study, but then at the same time, part of you also doesn't want to because you're not 100% sure what's going to happen.
Can I use my arcane knowledge to see if I can just pull it out?
Yeah, if you want to use that to see if it'll be safe to pull it out.
Okay. I got 16.
Okay. From what you could tell, this core is only here in some terms to create like it's only here to create this illusion of the door itself. You assume the dungeon itself probably did it during the shift. As for taking it out of the wall, the only thing that you could think of that could happen is just the illusion going away.
Okay, I'll carefully remove it from the wall.
Yep. So you take it and carefully pop it out of the wall, and as you pop it, the rest of the party sees you like carrying this like 1.5 foot wide orb of just magic encased in a huge gem, just holding this in front of you. And Fidget, of course, looks in awe of the thing, and as you're holding it, the magic seems to kind of like course around and everything. And you notice that like with this, I mean, from your previous, from the previous studies and everything from it, you notice that this thing could theoretically be used as an arcane focus. This one itself is a little bigger than some of the other cores you've seen, but theoretically could be used as a normal arcane focus if you really wanted.
What's
I
he,
see. Timmy's sees that this can be useful to any of you magic users.
what is that, Timmy?
Looks like an orb produced by the dungeon for illusion magic. Timmy
I'm gonna-
thinks you can use it as a magic focus. So
I'm gonna pull it. Can I like touch it with my hands and see if Novos notices anything about it, or if he can use it? Because he's a sorcerer. I think it's internal magic.
Yeah. So you're gonna try to like use it as an arcane focus?
Yeah, and just
Okay.
just
Keep
see.
in mind this thing is like 1.5 feet wide. You're gonna have to two-hand it.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna two-hand it and just see like what its possibilities are like
Okay.
for me
Cool.
to use
What
it for.
spell will you try to cast through it?
Let's see, what spells do I have?
Fireball. No, I'm kidding. Don't.
I was like, I'm just gonna cook everybody in the room.
Yeah, no, don't.
I mean, Novos, if you need something to focus, I do have some crystals.
Oh, true. Oh, okay. Oh, that might be good. This thing is a little wide. Oh, I'm gonna just pass the whole thing to Solaris.
All right. Thanks for this. What is it doing again? It's
It's-
the arcane focus?
Uh-huh.
And I'll give Novos. Wait, how many do I have? I have like 32. Okay, I'm gonna give Novos like 10 crystal.
Was it just me, or was Johnny's like, just sound like he was about to start laughing?
No, I was yawning. That's
Yeah, I was yawning.
yeah, I was yawning.
Okay, because to me it sounded like you were like on the verge of laughing, because like you know what this is, and it's gonna do something stupid.
He was like, oh.
I mean, I do think it's funny how y'all are sitting there like just like, okay, it's an arcane focus. Pass it to the next guy.
Pass it to the next magic caster.
But yeah, Novos, you now have 10 crystal.
Cool. Ooh, what are these? I wonder if I can make these into a staff.
They're pretty, right?
They are pretty.
Thank you again for Iron Frost, by the way. I think I told you thank you, but
Oh, no problem.
yeah. What am I supposed to do with this?
See if you can cast a spell through it.
Oh, great.
Or, I mean, you could always just keep it for later for safekeeping.
But we don't know. What if it just explodes?
Oh,
That is
well.
true. What if it does just explode?
Man, I'm gonna like tap Frost or tap Kruger on the shoulder and just like back up a little bit from Solaris in case it explodes.
Is there a way to check if it can explode, or there's absolutely no way, like a perception
I
or
mean,
something?
you're not really
Or
gonna
it's
know
just-
if. I mean, it's just
Okay.
a dungeon core. Unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot about these. I mean,
Okay.
You'll know
the other
if it
the other one
happens,
did. I mean, you
'cause
the
it'll
ones
happen.
in the golems did explode, but that was because of the fact that you killed the golem and destroyed its core.
Okay, so I could guess that if we damage it, it might very well explode, right?
Maybe.
Your character might think that, yes.
Yeah.
Me and Kruger are gonna back up one more step.
Yeah.
This is entirely a FO moment, so
You know, if you want, I mean, we could try to use it as a bomb, sort of. If we're really in
Okay.
trouble, you throw it.
I mean, maybe we could, cast a spell through it when we need it, and then maybe it will cause it to
Yes, but what
chain
if it
react.
explode?
I mean, I could probably try to cast like guiding bolt through it, and then it could.
All right, fine.
My other
fine.
thought is it could be a modifier of some kind, and it could modify the spells we cast through it.
Potentially, that's sort of what I was thinking.
That's why I figure we should probably use it now, and it probably won't explode.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm taking another step back.
If we are, we should probably use one that's not that bad, like a cantrip of some sort.
Yeah, I don't have any trips.
You want to cast light through it? No, I don't know if I want to illuminate this whole cave.
cast light. It just like
It's literally
dungeon
like he
gets lit
casts
up.
light and he finds it so bright. It's literally like the sunlight
Blinds
orb.
us.
Yeah.
His retinas are just gone.
Okay, good.
You can know-
I'm just casually backing up more and more and more and more and more
He
because I do not
flashbangs
trust
himself.
this.
You know what? I'm gonna be like, everybody stand back. I'm gonna cast light to this thing.
You can cast light.
Yep.
Have, and I'm way in the back.
So
Everybody stand very, very far back.
I'm gonna start shielding my eyes prematurely.
as he ends up casting light into this, you see the light spell kind of appear inside of it, and it starts to kind of move around within the whole thing, and then the light kind of like it moves around kind of violently within the orb itself, and then it just kind of like dims away and kind of just disappears. And Solaris, you kind of get the mindset of maybe instead of using a spell inside of it, maybe let's cast a spell like it's a normal arcane focus.
Huh.
yes, let's use the arcane focus as an arcane focus. Really good insight here.
You're telling me an arcane focus is an arcane focus?
I thought it was a rock.
I thought it was a rock.
No, man, it's a shiny pebble.
Yeah, it's a pretty big pebble, and like I hold this $5 foot and a half long. in my freaking you know what? Why don't we just save this puppy for when we may need it in a fight? I'll put it back here, and then if I need it, we can use it as an experiment.
Why are you?
When you say put it back there,
I am.
Where is it
I am
going?
not the most magically adept here. I will say that first and foremost. But it just looks like a crystal ball that you use to cast spells. So use to cast a spell.
This for like a wizard or something?
Turn on the orb! Turn on the orb!
I feel like
Stop
we should just
pondering
use
the orb and use the orb.
Okay, fine.
If you need something here, cast like light on my great axe. And like Gel like holds out his great axe.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'll do that.
Okay. So as you go to cast light onto it, you see the light spell come from you into the orb, violently start to shake, and then fires out and hits his great axe. And this thing lights up a 60-foot area around him, around the great axe, 60 foot of bright light, and another 60 feet of dim light. As you notice that this almost seems like a way to somewhat heighten your spells.
All right, we're keeping this.
Ooh. Was your spell ever this bright? And like Gil's like one hand holding the great axe, one hand like covering his eyes.
You think we can put fireball through that?
Probably, but I don't...
Fidget is like staring right at it. You could see like her eyes dilating from trying to adjust, and she just goes, "What if we put fireball through it to test that?"
Let's not do that.
I can't hear you. It's right here.
Oh god.
So,
Either firebolt or fireball.
firebolt.
Oh, okay.
Since it's a cantrip.
Yeah, I was
God,
gonna say
what's
fireball.
your place?
Might nuke. Can we?
I say if we're gonna do that, we need to back up a bit, and for Hestia's sake, please turn off the lights.
Oh yeah, here I'm gonna end the.
Yeah. So you end it, and you have you've got the ball still in your hand. There's no there seems to still be a little, of course, magic energy within the thing, but it's like it's not from you anymore. It's just from the core itself. And Fidget's just like,
Gel is like blankly staring up at like the ceiling because he's like partially blinded now.
Yeah.
and Fidget, yeah.
I'm gone. I'm way back there. That did not affect me.
I covered my eyes before he even did anything.
Yeah. Fidget like looks over in the direction of where she heard Novos last and just goes, you know Firebolt, right?
Yeah, I do know firebolt.
Why don't you cast that through it? Where are you?
Over here, Fidget. Over here. I'm gonna go ahead and
she
tap
just
her head.
turns. You're gonna go tap her head? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You tap her head, and she just turns and starts walking away from you, like, over here?
No, Fidget, follow my voice. Follow my voice, Fidget.
She just keeps walking away and just goes, I think... Where are you?
Just stop moving and wait for your vision to return.
Okay. And she just stops, and you just see her just blankly staring at a wall.
Let me see that thing, Solaris.
Yep.
I'm gonna need everybody to back up because we just saw
and
what
I'm
this
gonna
did
swing it at you like I think where the direction I think you're going, and like it accidentally like nearly hits you.
I'm gonna dodge
Okay.
as you try to give it to me because you almost hit me in the head with it, and you're like, thank you, Solaris. Like I think I got it.
You're welcome. I say in the exact opposite direction of you, pointing a thumbs up.
All right,
I think we should first wait for at least some of our vision to return.
It's probably better that we're partially blind, only because this firebolt gets to be as bright as that light was.
If this
Well,
fireball becomes a
I just say
fireball-
that so that we don't accidentally firebolt ourselves.
Yeah, no, please point the firebolt away from something.
All right, I'm gonna need everybody to go ahead and stand behind me. I don't want to blow anybody up.
We all start like walking into different walls.
Okay, and so I walk directly in front of you by accident.
Okay, all right. Guys. Okay, so I'm going to. Ooh, how am I gonna do this? To get everybody to. Nobody can see anything.
I mean, you can always like start leading people to where you want them to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just start grabbing people by their shoulders and placing them.
The way you said that just reminded me of like the meme maker stuff where it's like you would have the hand and you just like actually pick them up.
Just like palm their forehead and just drag them in a certain direction. Yeah.
Cougar, can you see anything? Are you good? Cougar, hello?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm all the way in the back, like super, super far away.
Are you behind me or in front of me?
I'm like behind you, and I just like
okay,
I do a big thumbs up.
All right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast this thing, and it might turn into a fireball.
Okay, make sure you're not firing at us.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire it. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna check again and make sure none of you guys wandered out of your places before I fire this thing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fire it. At the wall.
Okay. So, you go to cast Firebolt through it. You see the fire of your magic kind of appear within the orb itself, and then it fires out at high speed in front of you. And as it slams against the wall, you notice it's just a little bigger, and it seems to kind of create, it seems to be like slightly bigger and more powerful. As you notice that whenever you cast any type of damaging magic through the spell, it seems that it heightens where it gives you an extra damage die.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think we're just gonna pass this between me and Solaris and exchange it. Like on
Well,
normal
I mean,
use.
Solaris has got like an actual weapon.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'm just gonna.
I mean, I could two-hand it for a guiding bolt,
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you want to cast guiding bolt, just be like pass the orb, and I'm gonna like football throw that thing.
Pass me the ball!
Pass me the ball.
Are you sure you want to toss this thing that could potentially
Yeah.
explode?
I mean, you better be careful, because if you cannot,
Yeah, well, I'll make
grab it, not grab it, but what's the word I'm searching for?
Catch.
I guess guiding bolt
There
and
you go, catch. If you
fireball,
cannot
though.
catch it, it is over. It might fall on the ground and get destroyed.
That is
yeah,
fair.
true.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
gonna throw
We could roll it like a bowling ball.
it. No. Here, no, Rose. I'll entrust you with it.
Okay. All right.
Please don't let me down.
Yeah.
And do anything dumb.
I'll try not to. This thing's a little scary. I'm a little intimidated by this thing. I mean, look at how big it is, and I'm just gonna hold it like it gets bigger than my face, right?
I mean, it's pretty big. It's a foot and a half wide, or a foot and a half
so
in
it's bigger
diameter.
than my face. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a big
look
head.
at this
So
thing.
You
I'm
do
just
have a
gonna,
big
like,
head.
How
You
heavy,
have a big head.
Yeah,
How
look at
heavy
that
is
big
this?
head, Tyso.
how heavy is this, Johnny?
It's probably a good, like, I'd say maybe like 8 pounds, probably 8 to 10 pounds. Like, it's surprisingly kind of light considering it's a huge gym, but
Okay.
But you also notice that, like, it's mostly hollow on the inside where the magic seems to be stored.
Gotcha.
So it's almost like carrying like a big ball of, like, almost like hollowed glass. So yeah.
Damage orb. Would you call it like a damage orb?
I I mean, it's just the dungeon. It's one of the it's a variation of the dungeon cores.
Oh, okay, so it's a dungeon core. Okay.
Yep.
Dungeon core. Oh, messed up.
Well,
Okay.
since we know what that does now, let's go find something to test it on.
Perhaps we should try to find our way to the aces first.
That too, but we could go test this on something, right?
Can you see yet? Wow, the silence is deafening. Jeez.
I can see. I've always had my sight, but I don't know about these guys.
I slowly come back and I have no clue what Fidget just asked, and I just go like, "Yeah, sure, totally," and a thumbs up.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Okay.
she just like turns and just gives a slow march down the hallway.
Okay. Well then, let's go test it out on something, I guess.
I mean, if we could find a big boss to use it against, that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be. It very much would be.
Does this thing have like a once per long rest or like rules?
Is there any limitation to it?
We'll learn about
not
that later.
Not that you know of. It just seems like to be an arcane, like an arcane focus that just slightly heightens spells.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
We hit the jackpot, everybody.
Orb.
This is your wondrous item for the episode.
Woo!
Yay.
Our
Wondrous
group item.
It's the wondrous item for the series. Let's go.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
The ball.
So
The
okay.
ball.
So, you start heading down and everything. Follow Fidget, and you travel for a bit longer down the cave, and eventually you start to see that it kind of divvies off into more of a narrow corridor where it's only about 10 feet wide. And as it kind of gets into this part, you start to notice that you didn't realize it too much before, but those glowing crystals you saw before start to kind of reappear in this area, and it starts to dawn on you that during that area you didn't see any of those, but you also didn't notice that there were any any movement of any kind. It just seemed kind of dead, like almost like when the dungeon shifted in certain places or whatever. It just almost like nothing ever ends up in that area. But you start to see them slightly appearing here, where you see little tiny purple crystals kind of glowing against the wall again.
All right, I'm gonna have my sword at the ready.
I wonder if this is because. Yeah, I don't trust this.
Either. Like, and that's why I have this out.
I'm gonna pull out the orb.
The orb!
Please don't blind us. Please.
I'm
light
not,
spells,
don't
no light
worry,
spells.
folks. I'm not gonna touch it again.
Flashbang.
Like
I
that.
mean,
Flashbang!
we could use it as a flashbang against the enemy. Just
Just
saying.
roll it in and cast light on it, or cast light with it. I think you have to be touching it though,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But that would be really hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll touch it while you're like holding it and then cast light through it.
Then we just roll it into a room.
Yeah.
So,
Great idea, Cougar. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
as you kind of make your way into it carefully, it's not a bit longer, probably about a minute or two into it, that it kind of expands into a larger cave again. And this cave seems to have a couple corridors that kind of pop to the side, and it seems like a full-fledged cave. Like, this isn't like this thing kind of expands on to the point where you can't see the other side. This thing, it just gets larger and larger, and you see that there's corridors that kind of appear everywhere. It's almost like this is like a central point, what you can assume of just the entire network of caves for this level. And looking around, you can kind of hear noises every now and then. You see crystals lighting up certain parts of the walls itself, and creating. There's some areas. There's some areas of darkness here. There's some with light and everything. And y'all are a little bit elevated, where the rocks do have a way down the edge, where you can make your way to the main area. But it seems overall in this cave, it's like in the huge opening itself. It seems like this thing might go on. You can expect the other side to maybe go on for like a good half a mile or something like that.
These are pretty confusing. What do you guys think we should do?
Wait, what happened again? I'm sorry, I had to go talk to my mom about something.
What happening?
You're in a really big cave.
We're trying to figure out which way to
really
go.
big cave.
Ah, okay, great. My favorite part of D&D. I'm trying to figure out where we're going.
As you look around, you notice that most of the lights that you see in here seem to be, there seem to be different colors. There's some like purple gems that you can see. There's some green ones. There's even a couple like red ones illuminating some of the darker portions of the cave itself. But you notice there's just one little section off to the side that seems to have like a little bit of an orange glowing light, but you notice the light slightly flickers, almost like creating, almost like it's fire, not necessarily a gem itself.
Huh.
It just happens to be just around the corner of a few rocks and everything, kind of inside of a little opening you could see in the wall.
Is it possible to mine some of those gems that emits light, just so that we can get some for later if we need light?
Yeah, if you want to take.
We've got light.
I mean, if you want to try to take some of the gems, you can.
All right. Well, while they figure out what the weird fiery gem is, I'll get a few. I'll get a few gem to light up for the future.
Okay.
Heck yeah. I think I'll go investigate what the weird fire-looking stuff is.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same and go with Solaris.
So
Guess Gale's gonna just stay with the cougar, I guess.
stay with the cougar. Okay.
The cougar. The cougar.
Oh no.
So, cougar quickly, Solaris and Novos kind of ends up going up ahead. Fidget kind of questions it at first, but then decides to come with them just in case. Timmy, what do you plan on doing?
I idle about, just kind of in awe of all the crystals.
Okay, cool. So, Cougar, you end up getting like 7 of them. You don't spend too long, about a minute or so grabbing. You end up grabbing 7 of the crystals. You notice they give off a little bit of a faint glow when they're pulled out of the wall, but they're not going to be like bright lights. They'll more create a dim light in an area. So, you end up taking some. You get 7 of them. Kind of throw them into, end up throwing them into your bag, pouch, whatever you've got. And then you all make your way kind of behind everybody. As you can see, they're just now reaching the main chamber, like the main floor at this point. And as they make their way down, Novos Solaris, Fidget's kind of like right behind you guys, kind of holding her flintlock just in case. You hear noises kind of around you, and you can hear like every once in a while you can hear like little noises of what seems to be creatures around. Like you almost notice this place seems like it's probably some type of small like underground like cave ecosystem. So you do hear some noises, but and you might see something scurry across the ground, every now and then, but you don't necessarily see like any creatures come out at you or seem to be threatened or anything of your presence, just more of moving around about. And you finally make your way up to this to the area you saw the little campfire at, and as you kind of turn the corner, you look in and you see a group of tents, kind of there, with a campfire kind of currently going. And as you kind of look inside, you notice that there is a little tiny cat-like creature with wings, just kind of making it, just like it kind of makes its way out of one of the tents and everything, and it seems to walk over, like it seems to walk over, and it starts to walk over to what seems to be some type of music box, and as it walks over to the music box, you see it kind of bump the little lever on the side of it, kind of flicking it. And as it does, you hear very light music kind of just come out of the side of it. And from there you see like kind of like a lady kind of like step out from from inside the tent, walk over, and kind of gestures to Rue to come join them, as you see this tall, 9 foot tall, like pale lady with like bright and vibrant like teal and pink colors and everything, start to kind of get up and start to dance along with the little flying cat. And if you want to see a picture, here you go. And she just kind of seems to be dancing there for a little bit with the music. And Fidget kind of whispers over and goes,
Oh.
"Who do you think that is?"
Guys, do you remember what the elf said?
I don't know.
No clue, but I mean, I would love to hire her for my brothel.
What did?
Oh, that wasn't
What you? When did you get here? And from there, like, the lady in there like absolutely heard this, and for a kind of like gets startled for just a moment, and the cat, the flying cat, glides down next to the music box, taps the side of it, and turns it off, as both of them are like somewhat preparing in case there is a battle.
I'm gonna approach my hands like up high just to say I come in peace. Very very slowly, just to not appear threatening.
Root, she kind of looks like you, doesn't she? Just a little bit. Hi. Well, actually, I don't know if they're bad. It doesn't matter. Hi. I'm Fable. This is Rue. And who are you?
Oh, well, darling, I am the cougar. I'm sure that you've heard about me. I mean, my brothel is pretty famous.
I can't say that I have.
Well, never mind. I mean no harm. Don't worry. I'm here just as a friendly person. Here's some people traveling with me, and I like gently. I point towards the group.
Hello.
Ooh.
Well, hello.
Hi.
My name is Solaris. This is Novos. We're co-captains of this beautiful team here. Was it the party of yes?
Yes.
All right.
Don't
yeah.
question it, darling. Even I cannot fathom with it.
Neither do I. But yeah, it's a pleasure. We don't mean any harm as long as you don't mean any harm to us. So
Yeah, no. I mean, if you guys are all, friendly, then we're also friendly, right, Rue?
Rue kind of just gives a little bit of a skeptical look, but just slightly nods.
I like your cat.
yeah,
we're
I see that. I'm just like, yeah.
We're totally friendly. Yeah. Come on. Cannot find more friendly than me.
Is it bad that I really want to pet you? You look so cute.
Oh, darling, please go ahead. My fur is very soft.
I'm gonna run over and just like hug her,
He-
pet her on the
I
head.
really want to make a joke here. I really do.
I'm like face palming.
I mean, I just completely forgot about Minara. Completely. Like within a second, I see her. I'm like, yeah, and I forgot about Minara. I'm drooling. I'm like, ooh, I like her.
I'm gonna try to get the attention of the cat by doing, you know, like the little finger things you do on the ground, like where you tap your fingers against the ground and act like nice. I'm gonna do that towards the cat because I really want this cat's attention.
No, boss, I think it's an intelligent cat creature.
Oh,
I don't think you need to do that.
I didn't say I was. So that might have been. I was just doing the little tappy taps, you know.
I
Yeah.
mean, see, like Fenrir, I don't think he would appreciate if you would do that. So treat it with
Oh.
respect.
Fenrir's not here. Look at this adorable little kitty.
I want to hear that from
As you say
Sam.
as you say Fenrir, you see like the cat's ears kind of perk up.
Oh, do you know of Fenrir?
And it just kind of sits there for a moment, and then it just turns away and starts just walking to one of the tents before it lays down.
Fable, what is this supposed to mean? I mean, have we upsetted it, or what is going on?
Johnny, I don't mean to interrupt anything really.
Nah,
could you
don't say
flash the
anything.
Could you flash the picture up again? I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. I
was
thought
al-
you were about to comment of like, hey Johnny, I don't know if you know this, but like, you know, things are changing in the OBS, and I was gonna be like, yeah, I know.
No, no, it's a matter of I didn't have the map pulled up,
Oh,
and
okay.
I went to go look at it, and then I
Okay, there you
realized,
go.
oh, I don't have the map pulled up. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, cute.
Thank
She
you.
has
Appreciate it.
Huh.
giant abs.
Oh, yeah, you
Gives-
got those
it-
giant abs.
Abs.
Oh my
Dear
God.
Lord, those abs.
It gives
Wow.
me Coco vibes.
I wanna lick them.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
So Lars is more just stunned that he found somebody as tall as him now.
Listen, I like to lick abs. It's just who I am.
My goodness. No, Fable's like still
Yes,
like petting Cougar, and she looks over to Rue, watches him lay down. No, he might just be a little tired. He's fine.
Do you know anything of Fenrir?
Um, Fenrir. No, I don't think so. Is
Okay.
that like a friend of yours?
He's an acquaintance. Basically, he's my summon. I can summon the great wolf Fenrir, who is the god of wolves.
So
I
it's
mean-
kind of like Rue. Like I can
I
summon
mean,
Rue.
Rue seemed to know him, or at least
Yeah.
of him.
What is Rue?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same question. What is Brew? Is that like a fey creature?
That is so rude. So rude,
Rue's my
Dad.
friend.
Well, old Fenrir is my friend. It's just more of like, you know, you got a little backstory on him, or
I would say
it just-
friend is pushing it. I mean, have you seen him? Every time you summon him, he does not seem happy.
Yeah, whenever you summon him, it seems like there's about a 50-50 chance that he's gonna bite your head off.
No,
That's
that's
just him.
Most
That
definitely.
doesn't sound like a friend.
I mean, he's my friend. He wouldn't hurt me. I don't know about the others. I can't guarantee. Like, it wouldn't hurt them if I told him not to.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Don't know exactly what Rue is. So I used to work in a circus, and my ringmaster actually gave him to me as a gift.
Please tell me you are not a bard.
How'd you know?
Oh, dear God.
Let's go.
Bard in here?
I really,
Heck yeah.
really like to dance though. And I can play some musical instruments. I don't sing, unfortunately. That's not like my forte. But yeah, no, I really like to dance.
I like push her off of me very slowly and gently.
Do you
Please don't get off of me, you
Oh,
bard.
do you have a thing
Oh,
with
don't be
bards,
mean now.
Cougar?
Don't be mean, Cougar.
I cannot stand bards. They're so annoying.
How?
Oh.
No,
I
Uh,
wouldn't
personal
say I'm
offense.
annoying.
No
I'm
personal
entertaining.
offense, darling,
Is
but
it-
I just do not like bards.
Oh, well, hopefully one day, you know, you can learn to like me. Maybe.
Doubt.
Wow.
Okay.
okay.
That was- that
Fable.
was very nice, but okay.
I'm gonna approach the place where what's the name of the cat? Rue?
Rue.
Rue? Okay, I'm gonna approach Rue trying to just chill with Rue.
As you
I'm gonna
like
walk
go
up.
over to try to like chill with Rue, you go basically next to Rue to kind of relax for a second, and you see Rue kind of stretch, stand up, and just walk away and finds a new spot somewhere else.
Wow, even your cat is rude.
No. He's Rue.
I face palm. I'm just gonna face palm.
So,
Yeah, I gotta do an eye roll and then face palm.
Oh, I love this new person already.
so Fable, what are you doing in this cave?
Alone. Yeah. it's
Yeah,
Weird.
kind of weird.
Oh, well, I was with a group, and then we kind of got like split up. I was just kind of waiting for them here, but it's been a while. I think. I don't know how long it's been.
Were they
Huh.
your friends?
You all like see you see on the like the floor next to it looks to be like a miniature tent. You could assume that's probably for the cat. You see next to it on the floor itself seems to be tallies, and you see like basically 4 lines with a line crossed through it, like meaning a 5, and then you see another one behind it, like it's gone up to 6.
Oh.
Did they just leave you here? Poor thing.
No, we were supposed to meet back up if someone got lost, but I haven't seen them. I'm kind of worried actually now that you think about it.
Probably
Yeah.
left you behind. I mean, you are a bard, so they probably left you behind.
Oh my Cougar.
My
I get
apologies.
you have your personal biases, but I mean, she hasn't done anything yet.
I'm gonna whisper to Cougar. I'm gonna be like, yeah. So I mean, bars aren't like specifically useful, but like, maybe we can use her a little bit.
I
Alright.
talked to Fable. I'm like, don't listen to him.
I mean,
I
I
whisper-
whispered this, so I don't think Fable could actually hear me say
Yeah,
this.
I whisper back to Novos.
Oh, okay.
Fine, I'll play nice, but the second she's useless and annoying, I will murder her.
Well,
okay, all right.
Um,
You don't want her to work.
Hey,
as a bot?
here, Fable, you might want to, take a couple 10 feet step back.
okay, I'm gonna do so. Just take a few steps back.
so,
Actually, no. I'm gonna do a little cartwheel backwards.
I'm gonna. Novos is extremely impressed by this, and he's gonna give multiple applause. Like,
I'm just gonna
Wow.
eye roll.
Wow.
Really? You're impressed by that? I mean, even I
Wow.
can do that with my eyes closed.
I mean, this is Novos we're talking about.
she's got nice abs, and she just did a cartwheel. Novos is impressed.
She
Put
is
her
also
on
9
fire.
feet tall.
Yeah, 9
A
feet.
9-foot tall woman with abs.
He's just
so
impressed
nice-
by the
nice
Amazon in
abs.
front of him. God damn.
I'm like half surprised that like Novos didn't just immediately just go, mom, mom, mom.
Novos was fighting the instinct, but that was his internal monologue.
Huh. Well,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Well,
Fable, what are those scratches for? In the
Uh,
yeah, another point too.
I think Rue was just maybe playing in the ground, playing in the dirt. Maybe. I'm not too sure.
That's not how many nights you've been here?
Oh, that might be it.
Well, either I think your team left you, which I'm
I-
very sorry
I'm like-
about.
I was half expecting there for a second for you to just be like, so that explains what she's been doing on that wall back there, and just like point to like this wall filled with dahlias.
That's what I was thinking was happening too. It's just absolutely filled with tallies.
Yeah. Well.
Go ahead.
Well, no. All I was gonna say is maybe you should join us, and we can try to go look for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, they're either you can join us either looking for them or they're dead.
Guys, please.
Tough dungeon. I mean, we recently lost a teammate, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, yes, that is very fair.
I mean, if they are alive, I would expect them to possibly be around the aces.
Oh, very true. Very true.
Yeah.
The aces?
Oh,
You know
don't
the
worry,
aces?
darling. Don't worry, darling. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who the aces are?
No. I mean, I know aces on a card.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of like that. No,
He's a
they're
lost cause.
They're definitely a card, that's for sure.
yeah, they're a wild card. No, they're basically are we work for the Guild of Hestia, and they are the top group in that guild,
Ooh.
and we're going
I'd
to
like to
meet
meet
up with them. Yeah, if you'd like, you could definitely come along with us.
Oh, thank you. That would actually be really, really good because maybe I can find my other group along the way. Maybe.
Maybe.
Rue, what do you
Possibly.
think?
I'm gonna whisper to Cougar again. They're probably dead.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised.
I'm just having like a giant I'm very, very conflicted with Fable because she's a bard and I hate bards, but at the same time, I love women and I'm like, I mean, does my hatred for bards exceed my love for women? I wonder.
The better question is, does it exceed this 9-foot woman with abs?
With
Oh, I
abs.
mean,
And
with
she
abs-
dances.
with abs on top of that. I mean, that is
She's
Wow.
flexible.
Dances.
Oh,
Um,
and flexible. Decision.
hey,
Should
Fable.
I hate
Side
her or love her?
side question. If I were to open a pop-up ramen shop, would you be noodle shop? Would you be interested in waitressing?
Oh, I've never tried it, but sure.
Cool, I feel like-
Novos, no. If she works for us, she will be part of the brothel. What do you mean? I
Yeah,
mean,
but
have you
that means-
seen her? She would be
Yeah.
so popular.
That's what I'm saying. She could bring us in hella money.
Oh, she'll bring us more money as, wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
The whole time, Novos has no clue what she's talking about, but thinks that she's just agreeing with the waitress plan.
He thinks that brothel is another word for noodle shop.
So
Oh,
no,
God.
Novos
Broth goes
knows
in the
the
noodles,
difference.
right?
He just thinks that she's already agreed to put his noodle shop in the brothel, and so she's gonna work as a waitress in the noodle shop in the brothel.
I agree to the noodle shop. I'm just not agreeing to Fable being a waitress. She will be within she'll be a how can I say that
Give me 1
nicely
second.
for your viewer?
I'm gonna-
A night
Could bring
worker,
in some good
a
business.
lady of the night. There you go. She will be a lady of the night.
Yeah, selling some noodles, bringing in some money. Yeah, I
No,
like
no, no, no,
that.
no. She will be pleasuring some. No, she will be entertaining some men. There you go.
Well, then I'm just saying. After they'd be hungry for some noodles.
Sorry, had to answer my door. I'm back.
I mean, I guess she could do both.
While y'all are
She
talking, Rue comes
That is
over.
a really good character you got here, but unfortunately you have
Yeah,
unfortunately you have this group.
yeah.
yeah.
So,
what a great
as
character.
as they're kind of
support
like
her,
sitting there
her
discussing
body.
things and things like that, Rue walks over and ends up kind of dropping like a small pouch on the ground, and kind of takes his paw, slides it open, and ends up sliding out like a little token, like onto the ground, and you notice that it seems to be a token, for a party of the Guild of Odin.
Oh.
Are you guys part of the Guild of Odin?
Yeah, that's right. They
I'll-
they did
I'm-
say that.
I'm gonna look
Oh.
at my crew and just like look at them questioningly because I have no clue what the Guild of Odin is and what's their deal.
Did you guys? I'm gonna nudge her and be like, the elf we saw earlier.
Now they were from Dern.
No, they were from Dern.
Oh, are they from Dern? Oh, never mind.
It's not the same group. Not the same group.
Oh, not the same group.
I'm gonna look at Gel and be like, please. I'll pay you. I'll get somebody to pay you to just take that great axe and just put it right between my eyes.
So
Um,
Unfortunately, if I did that, I'd be left with him alone.
nobody wants that.
I'm gonna like look at Gel and be like, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry I even asked that. He's like, you and I should talk more. I don't like, listen, like they're cool and all, but like come on.
Yeah, he's stupid.
I'm not gonna say it. Like I just, look at what they're doing.
I don't talk much because, I mean, and Gil just kind of like vaguely gestures at them.
You know what? That's fair. All right, everybody, and I'm gonna like turn away from him, and, like act like fake happy, be like, all right, everybody. We have a little bit of an adventure still ahead of us to go and meet up with our Aces friends. I think we should probably pack up and get a move on. Or at least, Fable, if you would join us, we'd probably try to look for your guild mates or friends or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We can meet up with our higher tier people. I guess, are you a member of the Guild of Odin, or are you just traveling with them?
I'm just kind of traveling with them. I was thinking
Oh.
about joining, but I wasn't too sure yet.
She's their entertainer.
Probably just brought her along for the looks. Yeah. So let's go meet the Aces.
Barf.
And we'll see if we can find your group of Odin, not Darren. All right. Okay.
They're totally alive, right? Totally
Not
alive.
Darren.
Who's Darren?
That's my favorite place. Little Land of Galore. Darren.
And you guys have a lot of friends.
Oh, we're very friendly people.
I'm gonna look at Fable with like the biggest death stare ever given to anybody, and just violently shake my head. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're thieves and heathens. Don't
I'm
believe a
gonna-
word they say.
I'm gonna mouth. You stick with me, please.
I'm just gonna take a few steps closer to Solaris then.
I'm gonna put my arm on Cougar and be like, "Ooh, corruption."
Oh god.
I'm gonna pack up my pet and stuff.
Yeah. So as you start packing up and everything,
Oh.
Solaris, you notice like from under your like right shoulder pad, essentially,
Yeah.
you see basically squeezing out from like the neck hole of your armor, Froswind just pops out and starts looking around and everything. Seems to have had a decent nap, and as it looks around, ends up looking straight at Rue. Rue looks straight back, and you see Froswind like immediately just kind of like just looks surprised, turns the other way, and just bolts. And Rue just goes for one. Rue goes for a lunge and just starts using its wings to just flap after this after Froswind.
He's having some PTSD, I think.
Froswind!
Rue, come back!
I mean, I did offer him my protection, and yet he refused.
So, and Froswind
This is
keeps
what I
like turning
say.
around and everything,
Wait,
not
what'd you say,
necessarily
Frost?
leaving the camp itself, but keeps like going around. And Rue is just chasing Froswind down, like looking like it's some type of meal for some sort, and just like chasing this bird around. And the bird and Froswind like just kind of bolts through every little thing that he can, and with Rue flying through, just keeps boom, knocks one tent over, boom, knocks another tent over, just completely just demolishing everything within the camp. And he goes and like as he's flying around, he ends up basically smacking right into the side of the music box, causing it to turn on. And you just hear like you hear just random tavern music playing from the box as he's just chasing this bird around.
Froswind, come here!
Is there a way for me to pounce on it and try to grab Rue so that he doesn't, use the bird as its meal?
Sure.
Can I get
Give me an
Fenrir in
athletics.
Uh, 16 plus. Where's my athletic? You said acrobatic?
No, athletics.
Athletic. Okay. So 16 plus 3, so 19.
Liz, you're gonna have to DM me actually what Rue is.
I got you.
Yeah, because I need to go find the stat block for that.
Froswind, come here!
Bad cat. Bad cat.
Do I have a sleep spell?
Do I have a sleep spell?
Sleep spell, G.
I have a sleep spell. It's called my fist.
I'm a little bit afraid to the sleep spell because I don't want to be hit by it by accident.
So,
Just
what?
put yourself
Okay,
to
sorry.
sleep.
What'd you say you got for your athletics?
19.
Well, that is a meets it beats it. So, you are like you basically get your hands just around Rue, but Rue slips out just last second, and just keeps chasing after this bird.
I'm going to snap my finger and dismiss Rue. And then snap and have him just in my arms.
Yeah.
Rue, that is not very nice.
Rue, like when you snap Rue away, you see Rue as he starts to fade away and everything. Rue kind of like looks over, like basically like the look of what the fuck, and basically disappears. And then when he reappears in your arms, he just looks pissed. Like he's just like a very angry pout.
That is not very nice. We don't try to eat our friends.
I'm gonna take Froswind back.
Thank goodness I didn't have to call Fenrir in here. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! A cat chasing a bird, a dog chasing the cat chasing the bird.
Yeah.
This is almost like my favorite play, Tom and Jerry.
Loki would have been for entertainment values if I brought him in here.
Sick of boy, he's just like, fuck you.
At that point, he probably would have bit me.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, now that's settled. You ready to go, Fable?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, great.
Rue, you better behave. That is not nice.
Can I attempt to pet your cat?
Of course. I'm gonna hold him out like, it's hard to explain, but like I have my arms outstretched. I'm holding on to his like stomach, and
His legs are just
nose.
dangling.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Just looks pissed the entire time. I've been reduced
As,
to
as
this.
you go to pet him, he like attempts to bite you.
Okay, buddy.
Rue, let him pet you.
I think he can smell Fenrir on me. Don't worry about it.
You can smell fear.
Fear and Fenrir.
Yeah.
Every time Fenrir is active, I get fear.
I'm just gonna hold Rue close to my chest. Just keep him in my arms for now.
Let's go, boys.
I've been ready for the past 20 minutes.
mean,
Let's go!
And girls, excuse me.
And girls, let's go!
And girls. Woo! Adventure awaits.
Alright. So, as you make your way, of course, everything gets packed up, including the music box. And all of you make your way into the cave again, where, as you're just about to leave and everything, you notice that Fidget's been, like, sitting outside the entire time. And it almost, like, just seemed like that she was just kind of, like, looking around, almost like just watching the outside part.
You okay, Fidget?
And Fidget kind of like looks over and just goes, "I'm fine. Just thought I would keep watch a little bit since everybody else walked in."
Well, thank you for doing that. And one of us probably should have done it, but just because you're young. But you're brave. So thank you for doing that, Fidget. We really appreciate that.
It's okay. And she stands up and she kind of joins all of you and just goes, "Are we heading out again?"
Yep.
Okay.
No, Fidget, meet Fable.
And she like basically Fidget's like standing right next to Fable and doesn't realize it and just turns and just eye to like thigh level and just goes, "You're tall."
I'm gonna look down and be like, "And you're short."
Yeah.
Yeah, and she just kind of like looks over to the rest of them and just goes, "Are they joining us?"
Yeah, she's our bard now.
"You're a bard?"
Yeah, I can play some music. I can dance. I can't sing though, so I unfortunately can't do that. But yeah, I can dance for you if you want.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Okay.
You see Fidget looks somewhat confused, like she's a little confused, but also somewhat shocked of like the fact that this person's this tall. It's like
I'm just like, I'm standing right here.
and she, of course looks up and just goes, "So what?"
I mean, she's already used
I'm
to
also
you,
9
so...
feet tall.
Yes, but she's used to you. People is used
that's
this
fair.
group. Besides, abs.
Abs are nice.
Have you
Do I-
ever seen me
Do I
without my
need to
armor?
say more? Do I need to say more? I mean, come on. Abs.
I'm gonna
look down and kind of like struggle to actually see my abs over my chest, but be like, oh yeah.
you gotta like do a C bend except to see your abs.
It's like you guys have been full of heavy armor, right?
You have abs, Solaris?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
well,
but we cannot see them, so they don't exist to us.
exactly.
I
I
see.
could say the
Schrödinger
same
abs.
thing.
That exists. What?
I could say that I have abs. Now,
Please.
technically, I do because I'm a sorcerer and I can just make my body do whatever I want.
Shut up, Nova. Somebody just do that.
Sure
I
you
can do that
have.
too.
Are you sure you have abs? I mean, with all the pocket chicken you've been eating, you've gained some weight, Novus.
Yeah, but that's the
I'm-
part of being a sorcerer is I can just make my body do whatever I want it to.
I guess.
You
I'm
can't
gonna
polymorph yet.
shift and look like a female version of Novos.
That's epic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but something you notice is that like as she like changes the face and everything, you notice that the body itself doesn't really change at all.
Like skin
I-
color does and everything,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like her body form stays the same.
That confuses my brain heavily. and
Wait,
I
so
just-
she just has my
I'm
face?
just- Yeah, I'm just stuck in a phase where
Yeah,
that loading phase kind of.
She looks like she
I'm
would be
stuck
the
there.
twin sister of Novos.
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah, that
You know
just
that-
broke me. I'm loading.
You know when they ask you if you do yourself? No.
Rue jumps up onto her shoulder and just kind of taps the side of her face, like, stop that, stop that.
sorry. I'm gonna shift back.
I'm just like I'm walking away like I'm just so confused.
Yeah, I'm still frozen processing what I just saw. It broke my brain. It broke
I'm
my
gonna-
brain.
I'm gonna lean forward to Cougar and just kind of like wave in front of her face, like, "Are you
There's
okay?"
there's no reaction whatsoever.
There's just
Oh,
blank
my-
stares.
My eyes are not even blinking. Like it's blank. I'm just processing, and my brain is overeating.
Okay, no, I mean I'm just like I don't know what my body's feeling right now, but
I
Very
think
impressive,
I
very
broke this
impressive.
one.
huh?
Oh no. This one might be broken, and I'm gonna point to Cougar.
She'll be all right. Somebody just Nova drag her along or something, man.
All right, Cougar, go on. Let's go. Just gonna like slowly bring Cougar along.
Oh my god! I just saw Novos, but like hot. Oh,
Hey, what does that mean? Is that it? Hey, hold on a second.
oh,
Wait a second. Come on. That was rude.
whatever you do, do not turn into me. I don't want to get that narcissistic.
To be fair, I kind of have to see what you actually look like.
Oh, well, I mean, I have my helmet off. You can see my face.
Oh, okay.
I need to get a different picture. I take the helmet off.
Yeah, I constantly see the helmet, so in my head, I'm always thinking that you just have the helmet on.
Yeah, I gotta get a different picture. But yeah.
Well, that was interesting. Let's go. Let's go find the aces.
Sorry, that was just something that I kind of used to do a lot in the circus.
No, that
No, I
was
mean
great.
it's awesome,
I
but
loved it.
I'm just confused in ways that I didn't think I would ever get confused.
My mind is still broken.
He's got like a weird dent
Yeah.
in his armor.
Novos just has a smirk this entire time.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just broken. I'm still broken. I'm there, like not being able to process anything until somebody shakes me or like slap me in the face. I'm gonna be broken.
Don't slap Cougar, Nova.
No, I was gonna just shake her. I wasn't gonna slap her.
So, you finally head out And upon going into the cave, you make your way around. You can hear noises around you every now and then. Seems like there's some kind of just some ambience. And it almost seems like there's like a little bit of like water droplets here and there. Nothing too crazy. Like you'll see a puddle form here or there. But like overall, as you kind of look around, some of the areas seem to be a little lit up as you pass, and others are dark. And you make your way through a little bit, and as you're kind of walking and everything, you do notice that Rue's Rue's kind of like wings and eyes, kind of like, like basically all of like the kind of the teal parts of Rue starts to kind of like glow just slightly, not enough to really emit a light. But you notice Rue like looking around, seems to be kind of like scanning the area as y'all are walking. Meanwhile, Fidget is like one hand grabbing the back of like Novos's robe as you're walking. And she just goes, "Do you think there's more of those golems down here?"
God, I hope not. But there might be.
So you have no clue?
No, but I mean, we do have that cool orb now, and I do have Shatter, so I can at least. We stand a chance.
I don't think there's a way really to know.
You just have to be prepared.
Okay. I mean, doesn't really make me feel any better, but I guess that's the situation we're in.
Yes, well, it's only gonna get harder from this point, so yeah.
Yeah.
Cougar, how you feeling after that back there? You doing okay?
Oh, my brain is still a little bit hazy. I'll be okay, but please, never again.
Yeah, that's fair. Seeing me twice, yeah, I can see how that would mess someone up.
You certainly do not need that ego boost.
Definitely not, but it was great to have.
I wish I could hear that and just be like, yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to give him that.
I just want to point out how like the mood has changed over this entire session.
We went from sad to actually confused.
Laughing and joking around, yeah. We moved on very quickly, guys. I mean, I explained mine, Fable. But women with abs, it's all I needed in my life.
No, yeah, we totally get that.
I mean,
Everyone can use a dummy mommy in their life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Enjoy.
Exactly. I mean, with the way that Fidget just like acted, yeah, Fidget does need a dummy mommy too.
So, and as y'all are walking and everything, Rue kind of taps the side of, ends up kind of like tapping the side of Fable's neck as he's riding on her shoulder, and of course, gets her attention for a moment, and then ends up pointing up ahead. What seems to be an opening that Fable somewhat recognizes. It's one of which that like their party kind of like walked around and kind of inspected for a bit before like setting up camp. But as you like go to appear, you end up seeing what seems to be some body like lying in front of it.
By the way, I don't know if this is like if it works like both ways, but I know with Rue, I can communicate with him telepathically. I don't know if he can with me.
Good question. I'll figure that out.
Okay.
So
Just to make communication easier, but yeah, that can be something to figure out later.
yep.
Anybody else see that body?
And-
Body?
Yeah, there's a body right there in
Yep.
front of the
And
path.
as you look at the body, you see, like at first you kind of just see the upper half of it, and it seems like it seems to be an elf. Seems to be like a blonde elf. Maybe a mage of some sort, as you see, like he's got like mage robes on, staff kind of sitting to the side. And you notice that like he was it almost seemed like he was kind of like trying to crawl away, and as you kind of like move the light over closer, you notice that both of his legs are entirely gone, and there's a blood trail leading all the way down the cave, like he was crawling away.
Oh.
Do I recognize the body?
You do. He was one of them from your party.
Oh,
Fable,
This is terrible.
I have a feeling that the rest of your party is in that area.
I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Maybe check to see how cold the body is.
So you go to check the body, and you notice that it does seem to be somewhat cold. You can assume it's probably at least been there for a day or two. But you're not 100% sure how long.
Is his staff better than mine?
Man.
Yeah, is there anything that we can loot from that body that can
Yeah,
help us?
I was like, yeah, is he gonna?
Yeah, I was waiting for him to check the
So,
body to get
If
we can
they-
loot
If
it.
they
know what?
start
Have
looting
fun.
the corpse, I'm just going to kind of stare like baffled that they're just willing
I'm
to
looting
reach
it.
into a corpse.
I'm gonna
I'm
look at
looting
Fable
it.
and be like, I
Me and
Can-
Cougar side by side looting this corpse.
I
No, I
told you.
am-
loot so freely, God.
I am
Gail
totally
is
looting
going
that
to-
body.
Tend to evacuate themselves when they die.
Well, I didn't
Gail is
evacuate
going to like
himself
look
onto the
around to
staff.
see if he can figure out anything about like what did this to the person.
Okay, we'll get to Gil in a minute. So looting the body. Novos, the staff you find is not any. It's not any better. It seems to be just a normal staff.
Okay.
As for what's on the body, Cougar, you find that he's got a small pouch with 2 potions. One seems to be a greater potion of healing, and the other one seems to be it's a potion you're not too familiar with, but as Novos and Gel kind of gets a look at it, they do recognize that it is a potion of animal speaking. And you find on him seems to be a small golden ring, and upon inspecting the ring, you end up finding that it is a ring of fire resistance. And with that, you also notice that in his pocket he has what seems to be a few gold pieces. He has himself 7 gold pieces and 15 silver.
I'm gonna let Cougar take that gold if she wants it.
So, but it's in the pocket of his robe. So as for what could
Alright,
have been on his
so-
legs, you have 0 clue.
Okay,
you don't
so
even see them.
one great potion, 1 potion of animal speaking,
Mm-hmm.
firing, 7 gold and 15 silver.
Yeah.
Thing, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll keep the great potion and the money, and I'll offer the ring and the animal speaking potion to Novos.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the animal speaking potion, and since Gel's our barbarian, and he takes the brute of damage, I'm gonna offer that ring to Gel.
didn't make sense. I would keep all the resistance to myself. I mean, I already have lightning resistance.
Oh, true. I got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna start pulling out my assortment. I'm gonna pull out my spider staff.
brag.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my spider staff. I'm gonna put that back. I'm gonna pull out my sword of Fenrir. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. I'm gonna pull out the orb, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. And I'm like,
So,
I don't think Gel really has much.
I mean, I do have my rage, which is physical damage or physical. Well, it's most damages. Actually,
Oh,
no,
it
I think
is?
it's
Okay.
just I think mine is just like the main like 3, and not any sort of elemental. So yeah,
Okay.
I guess I will take that.
Yeah, that might be useful to you.
So it's ring of fire resistance.
Yeah. Should be
legacy
like it should
or normal.
probably
Actually,
just the
I think
nor-
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
but...
matter really, but it should be like a green, like fire resistance one, right?
There's a blue one.
Okay, maybe there's not a green one. I thought there was maybe a green one. It really
Question,
wouldn't
do I have
matter.
to
It gives you
attune to
fire
it?
resistance. It's fine.
Okay, I don't have to attune to it. I just have to wear it. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. That'll help out.
Cool.
Hey,
alright.
now you have a good shot of attacking me with a fireball, and I just withstand it.
Actually, no, that works out so perfectly too. Because if I do, like, you happen to be in the range, that helps a lot.
Like, it's still gonna hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
like-
I don't want to cast fireball at you, but it helps.
It gives us an option of
Yeah, if necessity meets
yes.
it. Yeah. Okay. Did we figure out anything else about the body or what could have caused this?
That's what I was looking for. That's what Gil
Okay.
was looking for.
Okay.
See if there's anything that could have caused it or what caused it.
Yep. So roll me an investigation.
Cool. Get my D20. 7. So yeah, no, I don't really know much.
Yeah, you. I mean, you kind of inspect the blood trail. You assume that his legs, from what you can tell, is it looks like his legs were kind of like. It almost looks like his legs were kind of like ripped off rather than chopped off. But you, yeah, but that's all that you could tell.
Ripped off, or like something maybe crushed it, like
Ripped.
stomp on it. Okay.
You know, and that could be like a matter of like someone was like just actively ripping off, or like an animal like took it and like ripped it off and started eating the leg.
Well, I was asking mostly because, you know, it could have been a golem that just stomped it and, you know.
Oh yeah, he actually.
While it tried to run away, it kind of like ripped
Yeah,
apart.
it does.
maybe?
It does. It looks like it was. It looks like it was like torn off, kind of in the direction of off his body, rather than it being like, you know, almost like a clean crush or a slice or whatever. Like, it doesn't necessarily just look torn. It looks like it was kind of mangled a little bit as it was doing this.
Well, that explains why they never came back. Do we turn
Well,
around?
Maybe your party's still alive and fighting. I guess we could try to see forward, and if they are alive, well, we will need to help them, of course.
Okay, then let's go.
Wow, that was quick. I was not expecting a. Oh, okay. Onward.
You just
guess.
notice Rue just kind of gives you, like, he kind of just looks like right at Cougar, and he just gives that like little like shake, like just shaking his head, like, yeah, this is what happens.
And start walking forward.
So, you'll start walking down the cave, following the blood trail. And as you get down and kind of move your way through the cave, the cave is pretty sizable. It's about 20 feet across, about 15 feet high. And you start making your way down. Overall, you don't really hear any noises or anything like that. But you do notice that, like, as you are walking around, you notice there seems to be like it almost looks like the dust and dirt that's been in here kind of looks like they've been shifted. It looks like there's a couple like broken rocks and things like that throughout it. Almost like magic may have hit it, or something may have like just full on just punched it and just crushed it. And you come up to a turn, and as you turn the corner, you see what looks to be a party of adventurers, kind of just all there, just kind of like lying lifeless on the ground, as you see like just a huge pool of blood, and you see 4 other adventurers there, all of which Fable recognizes. Some of them, their arms are torn off. One's got a huge gash right in the middle of his chest. One of them literally has a rock spike through him from the cave wall. They just look mangled, beat up, and just dead.
Do we know for 100%? Like, do we know 100% that they're all dead, or?
If you would like to go check the bodies, have fun.
Well, whatever did this was pretty ferocious.
Yeah, I'm trying to loot the bodies and get out of here.
I will stealthily look around to see if any of them might be alive, and for those who are not, I will loot.
Okay. So you are so you go through, you end up checking the first body. Seems to be the body of a paladin.
Hey, can I go check the body of the paladin?
Cougar wanted
I
to
was
first.
there first.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
Cougar, you walk up to the paladin. He doesn't really seem to have a whole lot. It does seem that he has, he's got a holy symbol on him. He's got his heavy armor, but it seems that he does pack pretty light, and it seems that he doesn't really have any money on him. But you do notice that he has an entire rations pack with him, and like a couple things that you would normally see, like some religious person have. Like he's got a couple incense candles and stuff. Nothing of like great value on him though. So the only thing you could find that may have a little bit of value is his holy symbol. Maybe at best you could make like a couple coin off of it, but his holy symbol seems to be for the god of Hector.
Can you just quickly tell me what it does?
Oh, holy symbols are like arcane focus, but for clerics and paladins.
Okay.
That's you can get them in almost any church, but you might make a couple coin. Not
Okay,
guaranteed.
I'll just take the ration from that one.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna get 2 sets of rations.
Okay.
As you check the next body, you find that it is it's a kind of like half. One sec. I completely forgot the name of this race. Give me a sec.
It's okay.
What does it look like? Wait, what?
Give me a second. I'm gonna find it.
By the way, while they're looting, Gel is going to like try and see if he can't find like the party symbol for them.
So, you talking about find the party's like token or whatever?
Yeah.
So you don't see the leading token anywhere within them. You just, as you're looking around, the only token you've seen so far is the one that Fable currently has, but it doesn't seem to be in the same. I don't know. It doesn't quite look like how yours is. It seems to be a lot smaller, like a coin rather than a token. While yours is a little bit bigger. Yours is probably this slightly larger than what the $50 would be. While theirs is more the size of a quarter.
Yeah, so ours is more of a pin size, while theirs is.
Yeah, while hers seems to be a quarter size, so you can assume it's probably not the leading one, but you don't see it anywhere. But the barbarian there, it almost seems like he's kind of a half hybrid between a human and a Triton.
Nice.
He's got a huge gash in his chest. It looks like
That's
something
nice.
really, something pretty much just tore his organs pretty much clean in half as it clawed through him. On him, he has, of course, he's got a great axe. He's got himself a oh, he don't got anything.
I assume my great axe is better than the one that he's got.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, his is just a normal great axe. So, he doesn't really have anything on him. He's got a couple simple stuff, he's got a crowbar on him and some rope and stuff adventurers would probably have, but yeah, there's nothing of value on him. The one with the as you walk over, you see one of them, his arm was completely torn off. That one seems to be a kobold, actually. Looks like maybe some type of mage. You're not 100% sure. Next to him seems to be a black powder flintlock. And he has a... it seems that he also in his other hand has some sort of small tiny magical cannon of some sort. But from what you can tell, it doesn't look like the cannon is activatable by normal means. As for what he's got on him, it seems that he might have been this party's gold hoarder, as he is going to have a pouch containing 39 gold and 83 silver. And the last one you find in there is the guy who's got a huge spike through him. Who is looking at this? Who's inspecting this guy?
I'll look at that one.
Okay. So this one here seems to be some sort of... you can assume that he's kind of some sort of spellcaster, as he does seem to have a spell book on him about necromancy. But other than that, it seems that he was some type of maybe fighter, because he also has a greatsword. And as you're checking the body, you feel almost a little twitch, and then all of a sudden, and he just grabs onto Novus. He goes, "You gotta go!" And he just kind of he falls over, and you see his entire side kind of snap through, and the weight of his body literally tears his side off as he plops to the ground.
Is there time for me to use spare the dying?
I don't think you can spare him from that dying, man.
Guys, we gotta go.
What?
Dead guy spoke. He said that there's something big and we gotta move.
Did you really need to have this man telling you? Have you seen this party? This was more than enough to know.
Yeah, but the fact that I don't know, he a little spooked.
Oh, also,
And-
Johnny, I will take the gold and the silver. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
to say, but,
And so
I just imagine it's
as-
like you found the coin pouch and you're just like, ooh, I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you know, as Novus is telling the party, you do end up hearing almost like what sounds like scratching from behind you from the cave you just came from. Sounds like some type of scratching as something is currently walking down the hallway toward all of you.
Uh-oh. Run!
Well, sounds like whatever they found, it's coming this way.
Yep, it's time to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it.
I'm also booking it.
Okay.
I'm
And,
dashing
run
out
as
of
well.
there. I'm
Yep.
dashing out of there.
Yep. So you all dash out and make your way out of that little cave. Start heading down, trying to make as fast as possible, and it makes another turn at some point, and from there you end up leading into like a bigger central, a bigger kind of like chamber there, probably about 100 feet across, and there's a couple pillars that kind of hold up the room. One being right in the dead center of it, like this large pillar, probably about 20 feet wide, just in the dead center of the room, and you notice there's a guy that seems to be kind of like he seems to be groaning in pain off to the side, and Fable, you recognize this guy as the leader of your party. It seems to be a human. It looks to be more of like the paladin type. He's like fully clad in kind of like a chainmail. Like he's got kind of like chainmail armor, but like all the paddings that he has is kind of like a bright red. But you're not 100% sure but like with the amount of blood that's on his shoulder pads and like all the metal plating that he's got, you're not sure if there's more paint or blood on his armor, as he seems to just be groaning in pain off to the side.
What's his name?
What?
What's his name?
I don't know. Make it up.
Oh, I'm not good with names.
His name is Alex. Let's go with that.
What, Alex? His name is Seth. There we go.
It's Ethan.
Alex Hamlin?
Nathan.
But calm.
He's Alexander. Sure, let's go with that. That sounds fantasy enough.
Alexander, okay.
Yeah.
Alexander!
Oh.
And I'm gonna run over to him and be like, are you okay?
So he seems to be kind of like groaning in pain. Just what? Fable, why are you? What are you doing?
Well, none of you came back after a while, so I decided to come and look for you. These other nice people came as well. I'm gonna take out my lyre and just play a little tune and cast Cure Wounds on him.
So, okay, cool.
Just all while I was like explaining, just play,
Yeah.
cast it on him.
Can I approach him and kick his leg? Well, I just
My
want to kick
goodness.
his leg. Just be like, hey, you hanging in there?
Wait.
Cool. Yeah, going ahead and cast the Cure Wounds.
Okay. That is 12 healing.
Cool. So 12 healing. And as you heal him a little bit, he just goes, "Thanks, but I'm not sure it's gonna be quite enough. Y'all need to get out of here, like, right now."
Well, we can take you with us.
I sigh and I gave him my potion. The great potion I just got.
So
Yeah, take this.
he's like refusing it and everything, and he goes, "Look," he goes, "Trust me when I say this. It's not enough to heal. This was made by a devil."
A devil?
Please tell us more.
A devil?
He's going to be back soon. he went looking for the rest of the party. Did they make it back?
I'm gonna lie and tell him they did.
Where
Okay, roll a
did it
deception.
go?
Okay.
Oh no.
19.
Oh, very nice.
Jeez.
I have a +8 deception.
Yeah. So
Very
so
nice.
as you tell him, he just goes, "Good. At least I know that they're safe then." Just Fable, don't end up like me. Get out while you can. And he just
Alexander,
passes out.
oh,
We gotta go, guys.
I don't want to just leave him.
We have to go now.
I don't want to end up like him. And I don't
I'm
think
gonna
any
like-
of us want to end up like him.
I'm gonna activate the fire on my sword. Just be like, for the love of shit, run!
Is there any way whatsoever to save him? Like, if we use a bunch of healing, is it possible to save him, or he's just a lost cause?
I mean, healing him a ton probably isn't gonna work, but I mean, if you use a spell like Revivify or something of the reviving nature, maybe. But at this point, you can just assume that he's just dying.
He's just good as
Nice.
dead.
You spare the dying.
Spare the dying. All that does is just preserve the dead body.
I thought it would prevent like them from dying if they had like
Death save.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah, Win like just froze it basically, so he doesn't die. Doesn't like he's just does not change.
Oh, okay. No, that one does stay. Dude, I always get that one mixed up with the other one. Yeah, you could technically stabilize them.
but then I mean there's not much we could do
But
for
Yeah.
unfortunately for
He's
what
still bleeding out.
yeah, unfortunately from what you can tell, the wounds that he's received just doesn't seem to be going away whatsoever. So he's just constantly bleeding. Like the magic, like your magic healing and everything still didn't take it away.
Mm.
Well, I mean, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't take my potion, right?
No, he did not. He refused the
Yeah.
potion
Alright,
because
so
he
I'll just
realized
keep
it's
my
probably not going to
potion.
work.
These are infernal wounds.
Well, don't mind me. And I start looting.
Timmy's sorry about this. I kind of try to slap him away. Go.
I'm gonna loot him. I'm sorry.
As you go to slap the guy, you notice that he does not wake up and his body just falls over limp.
Come on,
gonna-
Timmy needs to know what demon you saw.
Does any of us might have like if we do a check? Is there any of us that could maybe figure out the kind of damage he received, why it could inflict that kind of damage, or it's just impossible to know? Like we absolutely have no knowledge whatsoever.
You probably don't have knowledge on this. So, like, I mean, the wounds that you can see, I mean, from the fact that one, your magic could not heal the wound, and two, the fact that like his bleeding, it seemed to get worse over time. You know, as you're talking to him, like it just doesn't seem like you really know how this was caused, but whatever caused it, you don't want it.
Nope.
Well, I'm just gonna loot him.
I'm going to step in between Cougar and Alexander and not let her loot him.
I mean, he's just as good as dead. Maybe he has something that could help us survive longer.
You already looted all the rest of my friends. At least
Yeah.
leave him alone.
They had nothing. Come on.
That's rude.
Guys, we gotta go. That thing's gonna come back soon.
I agree with Novos.
Y'all hear,
Well,
like, behind
I
you
think-
guys, you hear, like, basically a faint scratching of what sounds to be metal grinding against rock, like, stepping down the
Okay,
hallway.
so the party leader ring. I'll grab it off of him so we have proof of decease. So.
Okay. That's okay. At least take that much. Nothing else. And I'm gonna glare at Cougar.
I'm gonna grab Cougar's hand and I'm gonna start we're gonna start moving. I'm dragging her like we gotta go.
All right, calm down.
And so you all scurry out of there, go around the pillar, and head straight into the corridor and start making your way down. You find a couple forks kind of coming up, but you end up kind of finding the way to go. Most of them seem to be little small dead ends and things of where you assume something either came out of, or maybe like the cave formed in a weird way, creating small little dead ends in places that you could possibly hide in at some point. But you make your way down, and as you're essentially like going down, you hear like it's a little faint. But after a couple minutes, you can hear like a little bit of an echo of what sounds to be some type of loud boom behind you. And you assume it's from the, from basically the room in which you left Alexander. And, Fidget kind of stops for a moment and just goes, "That didn't sound like a normal explosion? That sounded like more of like just a straight up force bomb."
What do you mean, Fidget?
Nazo one time, while I was studying with him, he showed me this, there's like a magic bomb. It's called a force bomb. But it, when it happens, it's the explosion sounds similar to like what you would hear from a cannon, but it'd be more of like a kind of like a lower pitch, like a lower pitch, like a deeper one where what it is essentially the bomb explodes and just pure magic, causing basically just a huge bit of force energy to just crush everything. I think he said there was one spell that was similar. It was like dissonance or dysentery. No, dysentery is a disease. I can't. There was a spell that he showed me one time that's very similar in how it works, but I can't remember it. Gosh, I know it starts with a D.
I just poke Novos. Any idea what she's talking about?
Whispers?
Give me a second.
Even Novos is like, I don't know.
Dragon's breath?
No, it's a spell that's supposed to be for using like force magic and like crushing things, I think.
I don't even know if I don't know if I'm even. Oh, that might be like a 4th or a 5th level spell.
I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is, if that's truly what it is, and we were back there, I don't think any of us would have survived that.
Yeah, if that's a higher spell than even I have, we would be dead.
Yep.
Okay, whatever it is, we got to keep going. We can't be here anymore.
It sounds good to me. I'm not trying to end up like him.
Yep. So y'all head off, and you travel for a bit, and eventually, when you reach lower, reach lower into the cave itself, You find that you reach almost like what seems to be some type of chamber that seems to fork off to other areas. And upon arriving there, you end up finding a large wooden double door. It's got a metal engraving, very similar to the other ones that you've seen. And upon arriving to this double door, you find that the cave, the crystals kind of like appear around the door itself, almost like it like wants to, almost like they kind of bleed in through the door itself. Is this the door we're looking for?
I'd assume so.
I sure hope so.
Only thing is, I don't see the aces anywhere.
Maybe. But wait. Aren't the doors usually behind bosses and not in front?
Oh no.
Well, that solves the problem of what the scraping noise is.
Yeah, I think
Uh-oh.
that's the boss.
Yep.
Well, what if we just went in the door? I mean, the bosses don't seem to travel to other levels.
I
Can
think
we
that's,
even go through that door?
I mean,
Why?
we can do that, but if this boss was more than we could even handle, what lies on floors lower than this?
I mean, we don't really have that many options. We either try to go through the door,
Yeah.
or we
I think
wait out
we-
here for, I guess, the boss to come back.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
And if
I
the
think-
boss comes back, we either try to book it or we hold on till hopefully the aces come back.
As you're
Well-
contemplating
Sure,
this,
here.
Fidget's already opened the door.
All right, we're
Well,
moving on
Okay,
then.
yeah. You know what? Smart
That's-
enough.
Guess that solves it.
So she opens the door, y'all end up going in, and then her and Gel essentially get the door back closed again. And as you look inside, you see the cave. You see the cave itself. There seems to be a line in the ground, almost like the cave itself shifted somehow. Like it almost creates like a perfect door, like a perfect crack, just going all the way around, just almost like the entire floor where you're standing was not originally here, but at a different portion of the cave itself, of the dungeon. And you look in front, the crystals that bleed into this seems to bleed in through there as well. And Solaris, you recognize this part of the cave as being one of the parts that leads to that huge energy crystal that you guys passed on the way up with Bruce and Minara.
Oh.
The one with all the dead golems.
Yeah, I'm just like, so this is the room. I'm gonna relay that information back to them so they know. Like, yeah, I've passed through here before with Minara and Bruce.
What happened?
They didn't wake back up, right?
Not
It
from
was
what
just-
you could tell, because you didn't fight
Yeah.
any.
Yeah, from what I remember, we didn't fight any like golems or anything. So
Okay,
they all seem to just be dead on the ground.
let's just tread carefully then.
Agreed.
So, carefully tread through the cave, and as you walk down, you start to see what looks to be the corpses of golems kind of lying about. Every single one that you see, of course, the core is shattered. But something you notice is that they haven't like exploded. Like they didn't explode into a million pieces like the others did. Like these cores just look cracked and the magic pretty much released. Like these just look like dead cores inside of them. And as you move up, you see in a little area, it's about 40 feet across, and there's a huge 20-foot area, like energy core that's in the middle. It's not a core as in like a ball of some sort. It's like a beam of light that fires from the center of it into the ceiling, and it almost creates like some type of energy wave through it. And as you kind of move around the room itself, all of the magic seems to be kind of like in a weird chaotic spiral throughout the room, giving you the sense of like if you cast any magic in this room, it may not go so well. Either that or the magic may be completely destroyed outright and just not work. But you notice that this room seems to have cores kind of built up around the edges that look pretty intact, but like you notice there's no magic in any of these cores.
Yeah, I don't know if we should cast spells around this.
This is where I trace the golem's magic from.
So, you do recognize it a little bit. It does seem that the magic is very similar. You're not 100% sure if this is the exact location, but as for the tracing of the golem's magic, it does seem that this could be a very big possibility.
Tim advised everyone stand back. Tim's about to do something dangerous.
Please be careful, Timmy.
I grab one of the empty-looking spears and kind of like gently roll it through the beam.
Okay. So as you roll it through the beam, the bottom of it seems like, the entire, like the beam firing in the air and everything, it almost seems like it is kind of like a dish where almost like you could theoretically put a really large core to fit perfectly in this. And as you roll it down, it goes right through the beam, comes out the other side, and just kind of rolls back just in reach so you can catch it. And you notice it completely fills with magic like another core.
I think this is some kind of well of magic.
And as you're like holding this core kind of in your hand, you notice a pebble from the ground like kind of floats and just sticks to the side of it. And the impact causes it to roll into roll back, out of your hand into the dish. And as it goes down, you see rocks kind of being pulled into the thing itself as you start to notice in front of you, very slowly forming, is a stone golem just kind of starting to stand up. And this thing at full size, standing in the middle of this beam, looks right at all of you.
Oh, no.
And that is where we're going to end this episode of eDIOCRACY.
Oh, fantastic.
We just get to like the next session, and Johnny's just like, so there's this giant towering golem in front of you. And next thing you know, you don't hear much, but you hear vaguely the words, "Da-da."
Oh my gosh.
That would be awesome.
Oh man.
It's the mushroom come back, and I'm just gonna torch this one just like I torched the mushroom.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. So that was that session. We introduced a new character. Yay! So Oh my gosh. I bet Frost is happy
You
to
know-
have a bard in the party.
You know,
I
I've,
ended up having to go AFK, just like a minute ago. But yeah, she's totally excited to have a bard in the party.
you know, one of the backup characters I have is the bard, and I was thinking about them, but you know.
Oh man. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you press the like, subscribe buttons down below, and please comment. What are your predictions for the near future? Do you think this golem will be friendly, or will he be very much not? And if he's not, who's going to die next? Put your predictions down below, and we will see all of you in the next
another prediction.
episode. What? Huh?
I have another prediction.
You can
Will
put
they-
in
will
the
they have a
comments like
waitress
everyone
or-
else. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. It's
Oh,
Cast of
no.
eDIOCRACY saying peace out. Have an amazing night or day, wherever the heck you are. And we'll see all of you in the next episode to the path to Supernova. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm totally not hyped to have a bard. Bye!